Hello, everybody, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here on this Tuesday, and the internet is fine for now. Let's hope. Everyone cross your fingers, because we need to be here and playing Myth Dawn, because I can't not play it for another week. I'm going through withdrawals. I have problems, and you guys are here to suffer through with me. So let's introduce our cast and jump into things while Eric looks through his newly received Mordenkainen's tome.
You put that down. We don't need it.
He's literally picking out all the monsters we're going to fight today and for the remaining weeks of the show, and we're
don't.
terrified. We're terrified.
No.
So to distract him from that book, Eric, who are you? Where can we find you?
Yeah.
And who is this child in your seat?
Yeah, everybody. I'm Eric. Eric Fulgaris. Don't let the lack of beard, dissuade you from who I am. It's only because I recently got a portrait done, and now I will never age. So, what's up, everybody?
Sweet. Put it down. Put it down, Eric. Okay. Let's jump over to Summer. Who are you? Where can we find you? And who are you playing today?
Hi, I'm Summer. You can find me on the internet at Just a Summer Job or at off_the_table, where I play a bunch of other garbage. Not to say this is garbage. And today I am playing Serena, the Grigori Ranger. She's in a mood. What can I say?
Apparently Summer is also in a mood. Let's jump over to Meta, who is in a mood with stairs. Meta, who are you? Where can we find you? And who are you playing today?
The mood with stairs is over.
Right, well,
That
let's
was
hope.
over a bit ago. Hey guys, I'm Metamancer. I'm playing Melodies the Consort Bard. And you guys can find me on Twitch and Twitter doing roleplay stuffs pretty much all the time, 24/7.
That's where you live now, on the internet?
I mean, pretty much.
Perfect. Me
Yep.
too. It's the best house. They're cheap. And last but not least, let's jump over to Grant. Who are you? Where can we find you? And who are you playing today?
Well, you know, Mike, all these gamers are so serious, it's cracking me up. Playing D&D like a poser, so he's backing me up. Jump in the back of the truck or the front of my bike. MC Grant is coming to your town. All right, Eric's the dungeon master of the ceremony. Coming to your territory, cheese it up like macaroni. Summer 7 kinds of stony, saying dope like it's proper. Right, want meta to write Cthulhu fiction? Just submit the girl an offer. Girls be rolling the crits, all up in the shits. Donations make it happen, make all the swings go hit. Our clerics are devout, our dwarves are so stout, but I guess they're all about Guinness because they're turning me out. This is for Wisconsin guys because they know what Gygax likes. I'm not a corporate clown, so it's not like they could cancel Mike. I'm just a kind of pulp. My fans are a cyber cult, and I may be kind of lame, but I got more dinosaurs than Down and Cholt. Sorry, that's tonight's thing.
That's the best part of my day.
That's really good.
I suck. I'm sorry, guys.
I look forward to the Grant rap as
Incredible.
much as I look forward to Myth Dawn on Tuesdays.
I'm playing Prince Casimir. If he survives.
That's true. That's true. We'll all be playing him. Let's jump over to... actually, first, guys, if you want to interact with the show, you can hit that donation button for Nat 1s, Nat 20s, monsters, items, all kinds of fun things. Summer, I believe you have a petition going on like, change.org or something like that for...
I
+3
do.
for-
I would like a +3 bow. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there. I'll throw it out there at the beginning of every time until I get it. I need it and I want it. And
Perfect.
please give it to me. I
Is
don't know
it-
how much it is, but I'll love you forever. I'll
There's
love
a
you.
petition going around somewhere, I think.
Yeah, it's on change.org and I'm on Kickstarter.
To
And
try to get the funds for the bow.
and I'm on GoFundMe. Help.
Perfect. That's
I just want my
amazing.
bow.
Just want so many bows.
I just want my bow.
And with that, Eric,
Give me.
what the hell are we doing today?
Yeah, we're playing some mother effing Myth Dawn. I had something written up from what we're doing today, but of course I've lost it in my slew of things. You guys ever have Twitter that doesn't show you any notifications? It just reads through them and you don't see them anymore?
Yes.
Anyways, I found. So we're on the hunt for Estek, the legendary pirate captain of the Voidlands. Before we get into that, though, and learn more about them and getting revenge on them for what they've done to our two new friends from, I guess, 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, Sarugi and Durrell, for taking their ship and all of their belongings. We're going to be playing an inspiration game today. And the way this is going to work, and I know we started it last time, and we're going to just pick it up again. The party is either going to be on board the Wraith, or the Wraith, the Voidborn relic hunter vessel, captained by none other than our own Fujin, or we're going to be among the muddy market tents of Cinderberry's outposts here. So we can do something like a flashback kind of. We'll be prompting each other's players' characters for stories here. I will begin with an NPC, and then I will be asking some player a pointed question, and I'll start asking them to kind of get a story out from them about whatever I'm accusing them of. And from that point, at any point, whether we're the people playing the scene or other people who are listening, we can call in and say, we don't believe that you're saying the whole truth. And if we do that, then that player must roll 2d6. And depending on what you get, you might be overstating your roll, you might be forgetting some interesting details, or you might be holding back something. And so, and we'll kind of play it from there. The idea here is to basically figure out more about us as characters, find out what our secrets are, who's been telling lies, and who's harboring enigmatic ambitions. So I think I'm going to begin back on the ship. I think that would probably be fair. Once again, I'm going to use Mendicant Genshai. And we don't remember the scene between Mendicant and Casimir, right? Last time?
I mean, I remember it.
Is that lost to time?
I mean, I remember it.
Don't make me relive that.
Don't relive it, though. It was such a long conversation.
Yeah, that's fine. No, because I was actually thinking about hanging out with you, Serena.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's hang.
Yeah. So, Mendicant Genshai, as always, eating some snacks, comes over to you. We're on board the Wraith. Where do you spend your time on the Wraith? Or where do I find you right now, and why do you hate it right at the moment?
Why do I hate where I am?
Mm-hmm. What's your least favorite part of the ship, and why are you there this time?
I would say probably my room.
Okay.
I think that the reason that she's there is because it's like probably the only place she can get any actual privacy. And like even then, Min is probably always pretty close by. But she hates it because it's so confined. It kind of feels like a cell. And she is a little bit claustrophobic just because of some shit in her past. But yeah. Okay, cool. So I think Genshai's noticed a little bit about your demeanor, and Genshai's going to ask you, I believe, or I guess you're going to almost kind of accuse, almost an accusatory tone. I believe you're not all big fans of some of your friends that you travel with. I believe that the Voidborn, that the brothers, you don't get along with them. I mean, where did that start? Serena kind of like laughs like, oh no, what gave you that idea? And she just kind of shakes her head and she says, I don't know. I guess it's just kind of always been that way.
Now, if there's anything I've learned on a comment, is that nothing stays the same way for too long. Now, tell me more. How long have you been with them? Because it seems like a strange company.
So we've been together probably, I'm asking this out of character, probably like over a month, right? Not that long.
Yeah. That's about right.
Mm-hmm. Well, we started traveling together probably about a month ago, and no, I guess it hasn't stayed the same. If anything, I think it's gotten worse.
The time Raijin was dead has not seemed to help at all, which is always weird because I've always found that the void that's waiting for everyone, and what happens in the spirit realms would give someone a new perspective. But it seems that they are just as aggravating now as before.
I don't think I expected him to change.
Why do you not suspect people to change? That seems very peculiar to me.
It's not everyone.
Have you always been who you are?
No. I mean, I guess I was parts of myself. Always.
Yeah, can you roll for me?
Yeah. Sure.
Snack? She hands you one of those Kamachanasi snacks.
No, thank you.
They're a new flavor, are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. It's cool. An 8. You might be forgetting some interesting details. Okay. I need to know when or if things should ever get worse, and do you still trust them? Or is this company by convenience for you?
I don't think I do trust them. No. I have to rely on them for now. But if they turned on me for their best interest, I don't think I could say I was surprised.
So you don't trust them because you don't think they trust you.
I suppose.
Okay, well, it's my turn to go up and do scouting duty. And they bid you farewell. Now it's your turn. Ask another character. Also, go ahead and mark inspiration.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I think she's going to go to Min. What is Min doing?
Min is kind of hanging out with Note on the upper deck, kind of like looking over the horizon, taking in the sights. Or whatever she can really see.
Yeah. Serena kind of comes over to where you are and leans up against the railing on the deck, looking out. And she kind of it like almost doesn't seem like she's like fully talking directly to you. It's kind of like she's thinking out loud. And she says, I think we both thought we'd be home by now.
Yeah? Where are you thinking your home is, though?
Wherever you are.
I don't know if anything's changed there yet since we've gone.
So, are you going to be a leader? Or what are you going to be when you get back?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just stick to telling stories. I don't know.
I
know
think
that's not what I'm supposed to do, but
I think you're lying. I don't think you're telling the whole truth there.
yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Baloney.
lying.
Baloney. Maybe just not telling the whole truth. Lying by omission.
2d6. Got a 9. What is a
All right.
9 again?
Maybe holding something back. Holding back something delicate, embarrassing, incriminating, improper, or inexplicable.
I get so excited to hear these stories, I forget that we're supposed to interrupt.
She's gonna be a dick.
I'm just like, yes, and then what are you gonna do?
Min is probably. She's always been unsure about her place with the consorts because she's always had this like ambition to constantly leave the city walls. So I'm trying to figure out how she would explain this or go into it.
Well, would that be incriminating? Like to her? Like is not taking her place where they expect her to? Does that have any repercussions within society?
Within the consorts, it does. I'm trying to find actually where did we put our notes on the races because we actually named this part and I'm.
Yeah, we did. I think it was in a Google Doc somewhere. I actually could
Yeah,
probably
we
find it super
pick-
fast.
Consort race descriptions and traits. Yeah. So like, okay. So the thing is, this is kind of, I'm going to go back into character now rather than explaining.
Yeah.
You know, she like kind of looks down over it. Like instead of looking straight down, or straight across, she like kind of brings her eyes down a little bit. And, you know, I'm supposed to be the one that is like the person who takes up the spot of uniting all of the different melodies. And that's where the elders come from. Everyone's always the melody of unity. All the elders are. None of the others can become elders. And I don't know if I want to do that because that means I have to always stay there. And there's so much more left in the world to look at. But
Do you
if
think
What?
you might regret that though? Later?
maybe, but I don't know. What if things don't work out well for all of this? Then it won't really matter.
I'm trying
what if-
to hope for the best though.
Well, what if they were right about what we are and where we come from?
Would that be so bad?
I don't think it's bad. I think that being responsible for that type of information and historical knowledge is probably really tiring. And that's why all the elders are who they are, because they have to hold that burden.
Well, you know that I'll support you no matter what you want to do. And if the consort isn't our final destination, then we'll just find a new home.
Okay, but it has to be around water.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay. Thinking, what is Raijin or Fujin doing right now? Are they like visible from the top of the ship?
Fujin is almost always on the top of the ship because he's captaining from the helm. I don't know what Raijin would be doing. He doesn't like being topside when the ship's moving. He gets seasick.
I think that Mineo would start looking for Raijin.
Okay. He's probably in like the bowels of the ship below where you set up your obstacle course because that's where like in the center because that's where it's like the most stable of the least amount of chop even though we're in the air and that's not how aeronautics works. But yeah, he would be in the center of the ship at its lowest point.
Those dang clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, Min and Note would be looking for you. She like basically tells Note to go find you and to come back and tells her where you are. And she like kind of comes around the corner and like peeks her head over, almost like in a playful manner, like you're playing hide and seek. And hey, Raijin.
You would see him like he's actually doffed all of his armor, and you see him like inscribing things in the boat, like you used to see him inscribe into his armor, and he kind of drops his shoulders and says, "Yes, Min."
Can I bug you?
Go ahead.
So I'm thinking you probably want to talk to somebody about, dying.
Okay.
And since I have no particular understanding of what you went through, I figured you could tell me. That way I could learn something. And maybe you could come to terms with what happened. Because you seem really grumpy.
You kind of said that before I died too, though.
Yeah, but you're like extra grumpy now.
All right. What do you want to know?
I mean, like, tell me about your experience.
So, you know how you're supposed to go see the Void Mother when you die?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay, well, when you die, you go to the Void Mother in the Void Storm, and you join her among the chorus of chaotic energy. Everything from this world is brought back to the Void Mother, and then she gives us new life and new everything. And, I, didn't. Does that make sense?
Okay, what did you then?
Nothing.
Like,
I don't think you're telling the whole truth.
Okay. Was it 2d6 here? Oops, that's 1. That's a 1. That's how numbers work. What's a 7 do? You might be forgetting interesting details. How do I remember them? Eric, how does this work?
You just do.
Okay. you just remember them? Okay. Cool.
Oh yeah. You may choose to entertain a guess or two.
Gotcha. Okay. So
ask out their characters what they think is true, revise your story, or further away from it.
okay. So he says, there's nothing. I expected to be sent somewhere in a chorus of chaos, and the only thing I had was talk, continuing to be annoying. I was in the same place. There was nothing. I could see all of you. I just couldn't speak to you well, except for talks, awful incessant discussions. Yeah, you were there, and then you guys weren't, and I was just stuck with that writhing tentacle monster. I couldn't really go anywhere. I couldn't climb out of the hole. I just sort of existed. It was terrible.
So do you think, like, maybe, I don't know, do you feel like maybe if you didn't go to the Void Mother, then maybe she's not what you think she is?
No, I think there was something in that comment that prevented me from going there.
All right. So, like, if I were to just, kill you right now and you didn't go to the Void Mother, then would you believe me?
Are you threatening to kill me right now?
I'm just, it's a hypothetical question.
No, of course I would go to the Void Mother. That's the only thing that makes sense.
But, yeah, what happens if you didn't?
I don't know. Maybe I have to do something. I'm not entirely sure. Most people don't come back from death.
Right. But you have, and so we could probably do it again if we really had to. So I'm saying is, okay, situation. You're dead.
Yes.
You don't go to the Void Mother.
Uh-huh.
And then you get brought back. What would you then do?
atone for my sins.
Still thinking that you're supposed to go to the Void Mother, huh?
Yeah. No, it would have to be something I did, or something that was done to me. Perhaps a curse. Perhaps because I went to the desert, the cursed desert, I wouldn't be welcomed.
So there's no possibility of you believing that she's not what you think she is.
I don't see why that would be true.
Oh, variety of reasons, but okay.
Yeah,
I guess.
No, she gives us life and everything. She powers these ships. She powers the flying cities. If she was not, why would she do those things?
I mean, do you have proof that she does those things?
Do you have proof she doesn't?
Well, the thing that you said that she's supposed to do, which is take you when you die, she didn't do that.
Right, but I mean, I was in a strange space comet, so...
Well, if the Void Mother has created everything, would it actually matter?
Apparently.
Then never mind. This is gonna be a... You're wrong. That's just...
Oh.
Yeah.
Agree to disagree.
No, but okay.
Alright, well, I think I'm glad we had this talk.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad you're not dead.
Thanks, I'm also glad I'm not dead. It was terrible.
So I can continue working on proving to you that you're wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
Real quick, though,
Bye.
whatever did happen to Tuck?
He was taken by gods of some kind. I didn't talk to them because they were really, really scary.
All right. That's something. All right,
I think that the prince can explain a little bit more about exactly what happened there. Honestly, I was mostly very confused and I didn't know what I would have been able to do.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right, well, this has been less awful than usual.
Great.
He kind of
like walks backwards as she's trying to leave.
He kind of like waves, but he's scowling, so it's the awkward. Perfect. I think I will have. Actually, where is Casimir in this whole?
All right. So on the deck of the ship, there is a large gold cauldron that is filled with water. Casimir has been placed in it, and his internal heat boils the water, and this is how he bathes. And he has a glass of wine in one hand, one of Mendicant's Genasi snacks.
Jacuzzi for himself?
Yes, and he has tears streaming down either cheek as his head's thrown backwards, and Tiptoe the miniature black pig is playing sad music on the chimes. That's how he spends his evenings.
I don't know what to do with that. That's the whole
Get in the
scene.
tub. Get in the tub.
It's a small
Get in.
cauldron. I can't get in. I'm a giant.
Get in.
No, it's big.
Get
He
in.
likes space to stretch out.
I dare you.
Damn it. Man.
Join me. Let us be men together.
I can't take you seriously, Grant.
And yeah, just like the tears are streaming. It's like, I'm not crying, I'm bathing.
I think Fujin comes to see you because you're bathing in the deck of his ship. He just erected a jacuzzi in the middle of his ship. And he comes down from the helm and he looks to you. And he says, I believe that you are experiencing some kind of loss and you are taking it out on what appears to be my ship. Will this continue for a long time, or...?
Indefinitely, forever, and ever and ever.
Okay.
Listen to the music. Join me. Join me. And he outreaches a hand and he invites you into the tub. Come on, get a soak.
I don't think that's the best idea.
It is the very best idea, Fujin. Now come on. You've done this before. It wasn't that weird.
Listen, that was one time. And that was because we had no choice inside the comet. I had no other way.
It saves time.
He looks around. He looks around to see who else is
Hands
on
up, hands on his hips. No,
my delicate sensibilities. He looks around to see if anyone else is on the ship, and then he takes off his hide armor and slides into this tub, and it's now cramped because it's just the two of them.
Yeah.
This is uncomfortable, Casimir. It's equally as uncomfortable as the last time.
He slides a dolly over to you, almost like they would have at a restaurant. Yeah. There's a small box on it, and in the box there are mints and cigars. Do you want a mint or a cigar?
I think he takes a cigar.
Yeah.
Seems like a cigar guy.
Yeah, and then I spark the cigar, flick my fingers, Makamet Genasi, light it up for you, and we smoke. And we see. What real questions do you have for me? I'm not taking anything out on your ship. It's just I don't know what to believe anymore. And
what do you mean?
I think back to when we were younger, Fujin. We were killing assassins.
Several days
ago. Yes, Irina's filming the whole thing. She's like, blackmail. Cast minor illusion later. Essentially, I mean, we were so ready to take on all comers. We learned magic, we learned how to fight, we learned how to fly. You might be the greatest swordsman that ever lived. You know that?
I do know that, yes.
I believe you are the greatest swordsman that myth has ever produced. But what for? Here we are. There's nothing for you to kill. We're in a tub together. They're stars.
I don't think I have any idea where you're going with this.
All right, and then with that, Casimir kind of eyeballs you, and he takes a deep puff of his cigar and blows out a perfectly owed ring. He goes, and as it floats up, he goes, "I don't know where I'm going either." And the real question is, Fujin, do we really need to go anywhere? We have a hell of a ship. I guess those Minotaur gods want us to save the planet. But yes. What do we do in the meanwhile?
No, I think that... What? This is the strangest conversation I've ever had. No, that's what we do. In the meantime, we save the planet, or they destroy it, the whole thing, and then we all die, which is bad.
What can we do this instant to save the planet?
Well, I'm piloting the ship.
No, you're not. You're soaking in the tub.
You have me there. That is true.
Min is quite an excellent pilot, isn't she?
Also true. I don't trust her to pilot my ship while I'm just bathing the entire day. We don't all have that luxury, Prince.
Have you noticed how when Min's flying, we get to where we need to go faster than when you're flying? That's not like a judgment call. It's just a perception. I've been timing.
Wait, what? Wait, no. What I wanted to say... Listen. What I wanted to say is I understand that you're mourning the loss of your friend, and if there is something I can do to help that be done faster or help you move on, let me know.
I appreciate that, brother. And he reaches out to give you a hug.
We are in a tub together.
It's cool.
No, the tub...
Come on.
And he, looks around again.
Give us some sugar.
And he, reaches in and he attempts to go for the quickest, bro hug and then, get away. But I'm sure that's not going to happen.
No, it's a deep Genasi embrace.
Yeah.
He holds you and you can feel the fire within him. He's
and you
strong.
just feel the pat, and then it's like a...
Yeah, and he holds you, and then he... it's one of those things, he cracks your hand and is like, yeah, and then, he's feeling great, splashes his face, gets right out of the tub, towels himself off, and then makes his way to his decks to go put on his robes.
I don't know anything that just happened. He is the strangest person I've ever had the displeasure to meet. I would rather have Zarina just follow me around all the time. And he gets out and realizes there's no other towel, and he just kind of grabs his armor and quickly looks around and then walks down to the captain's quarters.
Oh my gosh. That was my best scene of Mythdod.
It was really good. I had a great time.
I bet you did.
Just listening in.
Summer requested no fighting and just fun times with friends today. So
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm getting.
you got
Thank
two boys in a hot tub. That's what you got instead.
Min, you are steering the ship, right?
Yeah, but I'm kind of like also talking to Note about stuff, so I'm mostly not paying attention.
Yeah. Can you just give me a quick little perception check?
Mm-hmm.
I'm also on the deck, probably close
Okay.
to Min.
Then how about one of you roll it with advantage?
Yeah, go ahead and roll it with advantage, Meta.
Okay. Perception. Did I click it?
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, the same number each way.
Cool.
Yeah. Something's definitely you've noticed that the ship is listing. Like you're trying to fly straight, right? And the ship is literally veering towards the left. Like there's a strong force pushing against your ship right now. You can't see where it is, but you're feeling it. It was light, and now it's getting more and more the closer you guys get to the mountains where you're supposed to be finding Estek.
Hey, Fujin! There's like an invisible kraken pulling the ship in one direction, so...
Invisible krakens aren't real.
It's a spell jammer.
That's what I'm calling it!
You just hear that from like below you, where the captain's room is. And he eventually reemerges, finally toweled off and dry, and he walks up to the helm. What are you talking about? There's no invisible kraken.
Look at what happens. Just wait. Just watch. Just watch.
Yeah.
It's because
You
you're not
watch as
holding
they-
onto the helm as hard. You get to turn
No,
it
it's
against the
just-
wind.
Well, you're so judgmental. Do it yourself and see what happens.
Fine. And he steps in front and he begins to try to counter turn against the wind.
Yeah, no, there's definitely something happening too here. What you know from this is that the closer you get to where Estek is, the more and more difficult it's going to be to steer the ship. So right now you can do it fine. You can just push it hard the other way, but whatever's going on near these mountains is messing up your ability for flight, right?
There appears to be some kind of interference in these mountains.
Malfunction.
Danger.
The ship's being
It's
tipped.
just tipping over. There appears to be some kind of malfunction in the some kind of disturbance in the mountains here that I think might be affecting the astrogator.
Yeah.
Definitely not an invisible kraken, though. That's for sure. 110%.
I prefer Invisible Kraken.
Okay.
Casimir comes out in his robes. He says invisible kraken and he casts sees invisibility and he's
There's
looking
not
out
an
for
invisible kraken. I don't.
Yes, Invisible Kraken.
There's no invisible air kraken.
When I retell the story, they'll see it as an Invisible Kraken.
No, I think
It's a lie. There's no...
I think they just don't want to be found.
No. But when you do kind of see invisibility, there is a strong channeling effect. What I mean by that is like literally like a current, right? There's some sort of current of magical energy that seems to be just drawing into the mountain, right? Like there's like a well in the mountain, like a
What do
whirlpool,
your
like it's drawing
friend's eyes see?
in there.
I'm not a prince.
Goddamn.
But alas, I see magical currents. And that's
See?
very
Kraken.
strange because these ships are powered by the void. We've got to be careful. We need a ride a void current, not some other magic current.
What
I want
if
to
it
do an
was...
arcana check. Can I try to discern?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
I'm sorry
Great
to
idea.
be like I went to roll this skill on this die to find out this thing, but yeah, I'm going to try to use my knowledge from studying. Have I ever encountered something like this? It's a Quidgy bow. Oh man.
You should roll with it. You're proficient, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. It's like my best skill. Arcana.
21. Awesome. Cool. So ask me a couple of questions here. What do you want to know?
All right. So what I want to know is this type of magic, do these have to be yes or no questions, or can they be open?
No, they can be open.
Is the source of this magic derived from a creature native to the planet?
Right. No, this is not a creature effect, but this is definitely a planar effect.
Okay.
There's basically like there's a hole to the astral plane or something.
Yeah,
that's just
that's what, can I tell the type can I tell from what realm this energy's pulling us? Might be elemental plane, it might be far realm plane. Can I sort of discern?
Oh yeah. No, it's getting emptied out into the astral plane.
Oh no, that's a bad place.
Just the plane of trash.
Yeah, that place is scary. And then for my last question, what are the odds, percentage-wise, that we can take a shortcut to wherever we're going through the astral plane?
You're not exactly sure where you're going. So right now, you know that Estuk lives, or his crew are hiding around this mountain. You were warned that you couldn't necessarily directly fly to it. You also were told, I know it's a couple of weeks, so I'm reminding everybody, that they were using some sort of other native creature here to fly around, and that's how they captured and hauled away the ship to where they were. That's all you know so far.
Well,
you could ask the Seventh Sister, who you have a question, you have an audience with. You could, I don't know, figure stuff out.
I don't want to talk to the Seventh Sister. We're not cool.
No, but that's what you earned. I know it's because we haven't played in a while, but like that's what you did. You've earned an audience with them.
Was it I who was going to talk to her, or was it Fujin?
Well, really, we asked Cinderberry to tell her we wanted an audience and tell her who we were, and that was the last we heard.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Here's a question. What are the odds we can use the astral plane to pop out in a different spot on Myth? Almost like a shortcut.
What are the odds?
Because if we go in there and we just get pulled in the astral plane and we die, that ain't good. But if it's like we can go in and pop out in some other spot on Myth, that could be
not very good.
No.
No, your guys are not prepared to do that. I don't think the Wraith is not set up to do something like that.
All right. Well, get ready, guys and gals. That we're getting pulled right into the astral plane. We got to be careful because there's invisible krakens all in that place.
There are no invisible krakens. Why does everyone keep saying this? It's not a real thing.
It's best for her to believe in what she wants to believe in, the same as you believe in what you want to believe in.
Yeah. No, I believe in the facts that there is. Okay, I'm just not going to argue with you. Right. I think that this might be actually Estok's doing.
Yeah. Can I get a vehicle? Can I get a vehicle roll as the ship begins to kind of like enter turbulence? Not so much any danger. You guys aren't in too much danger or anything at this point. It's just.
I can assist. I'm proficient in piloting vehicles.
What am I using? Strength to fight against the helm here?
You described for me how do you steer the Wraith? What kind of
Oh yeah, I think it would definitely be strength. So if it's keeling over or towards something, I think it would be more strength than anything.
I mean, you're basically circling a astral current.
Yeah.
Right?
So if he's trying to fight against the current, I think the only option would be strength there. So kapow. 12.
Advantage 14.
14.
Because you had Casimir helping you.
Okay, so 14.
I'm a better void pilot than you. Let's remember this for the future.
I don't have any strength.
Oh, neither do I.
I have a +3 in void pilot.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you guys. So it is getting worse, and unfortunately, the ship, the Wraith, is definitely buckling. It's holding fine, but everyone has to like grab a railing for a minute as like the ship really hits the rocky parts of a current. The ship picks up speed a little bit. You're able to get it out of the faster current back to steady, but it was rough. Like you entered kind of rapids, right?
Eric, can I look the direction the current's pulling us? What do I see? Is it just straight up mountain face?
It's pulling you directly into a mountain that's peak is obfuscated by cloud cover. It's not necessarily like dark storm cloud cover, but it's definitely not like happy-go-lucky Celestia, kind of clouds either.
Okay. While holding the helm, Fujin is going to look down to everyone else and say, actually, he's going to look to Zyrina because she was the one making rope. And he's going to look over her and say, Zyrina, the rope there, and there. Could you untie it? It'll unfurl the sails, or it'll refurl. I don't know what that word is. It'll pull the sails in. And he's trying to uncouple the sails and pull them all in so we pick up less wind.
Yep, she can do that.
And then while she's doing that, he's turning the wheel into the current.
Okay.
So I'm no longer resisting the current. I'm just I'm reducing the wind.
Okay. So is the plan to carry this thing as far as it can go here?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be like, are you guys going to like put the ship somewhere safe and find another way?
So currently what I'm doing is turning into the current, so the current pulls us in, and pulling the sails in so the wind doesn't push us any faster. It's just whatever the speed of the current is.
Yeah.
Because he thinks that this might be Estok's doing.
Okay.
And that it's not actually pulling us somewhere crazy, but pulling us to him. Which could be not
true. Do you, though? That is what you think?
That's what Fujin thinks.
All right. I figured between the conversations with everybody and your knowledge as a...
I mean, are like rolling black holes of planar shift a thing?
It's not unheard of.
Okay.
The problem is that, think of it this way, they're kind of like interference. They're whirlpools, and you avoid them because they're easy to spot because your ship starts doing funky things, right? And you just go around them. They do move, and they go, and you do know that these are the things that Estek uses to avoid bounty hunters. Right, so that Estek, remember, had a preternatural ability to kind of like follow where these ones will show up and hide there.
I do recall that.
I think Serena would speak up and say, "Is it possible that he's using this as a barrier to keep people out? Is there any way we could get through it to the other side? Maybe it's acting as some sort of fence."
That's what I was thinking. That's why I was going to just charge into it.
But doesn't it lead to bad?
It could, or we could pop out the other side.
Is that a certainty?
No, it is not. Usually we avoid these at all costs.
Well, then why don't we do that? Why don't we avoid it and either try and get through it or go around it rather than go into it?
So, Grant, Casimir would have noticed this, and this might have been something you might want to bring up. The way the astral energies flow, they flow into the mountain. Astral energies can go through matter, right?
Yeah.
Your ship can't go through matter. Right.
Well,
so like
if it's pulling us into the mountains, we're gonna hit the mountain.
Exactly. You're gonna you would hit the mountain before you would go any further.
What if the mountain is an illusion? This is the true test of faith here.
Eric's just smiling because he's like, "Nah, you idiot.
Like, no,
we're gonna hit the mountain."
Well, I just think of it as like, oh, I'm a dungeon master, and I just failed to describe this weird fantasy environment approprily. Right?
Eric, we can cast Leoman's tiny hut.
Listen, no. Absolutely not.
1,000 feet.
No, absolutely not. Okay.
Once again, Grant, stupid magic.
Oh my god. Wait, can you do that?
Yeah.
Holy shit, now just imagine this fucking like space marine drop pods of tiny huts.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Isn't that amazing?
Paladins come out with swords. Holy shit.
That's the final episode.
What?
So real quick,
What?
My God.
Eric. So Since we're in a strange three-dimensional space, right,
it hurt.
or four-dimensional space, the current does it have depth, or is it just like this narrow, like air current? Like how?
No, it's like a magnetic pull, right?
Okay, so any direction it would pull towards this one direction. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Guys,
Like
we're gonna
black hole.
smash into the mountain and die.
So it's like
No.
a radial. It's a bloom effect towards it. So it's like there's a sphere around it, kind of like a black sphere, right? A black hole.
Yeah, gotcha.
Listen, I'm not the captain, and I can't make you do anything you don't want to do. But I feel like we should avoid the mountains.
Yes, that would be the best course of action. We'll crash into them and die.
Okay, so let's get out of this stream, either to the other side or.
What you want to do is you want to ride it to the last second, though, and then break from it. It'll.
Oh, but
suck
that
up.
seems
And that's why he had you unfurl the sail or pull the sails back in.
like an unnecessary risk to all of our lives.
You'd rather
Yeah.
put us out in the open and get eaten by a giant predator bird? And by that, I mean
Invisible
that, and I point to
kraken.
the Death Star Kraken. No, I'm just
Yes,
kidding.
playing
Invisible
an invisible
dragon.
kraken,
There
you
is-
could get eaten
There,
by-
no, there is definitely wildlife, right? It's
Yeah.
probably the creatures that Aztec has, right?
This is like, I feel like Empire Strikes Back when they go into the asteroid field. Like, this is what we're doing. They'd have to be insane to follow us.
Yeah. So my plan was, since this the sails don't work like ship sails, right? They're not in front, so they just push you from the back. They're kind of angled, so that it pushes you up and back, or up and forward rather. Is pull all the sails in, ride this thing towards the black hole at the last second, unfurl all the sails, so you get that updraft over the mountain. Was where Fujin was going to do with this. Some Han Solo
Oh
shit.
man, sounds like it only takes one bad roll to kill us.
Yep. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Alternatively, we
All right.
all just pull on the ship as hard as we possibly can and attempt to get out of this well of energy that we're inside of.
Right. I'm all about it. I'm into it. But yeah, this is definitely very dangerous. Your characters would know this is extraordinarily dangerous,
Oh, yeah.
but I love the devil may careness of it.
Serena's being very vocal against this idea.
Yeah, what else is new?
I'm sorry that you guys have these ideas that do get you killed. Literally get you killed, and
What do you
Serena's
mean?
like, I'm still alive, so
What do you
I
mean?
feel
This
great
is totally fine.
about my decision-making
This is
ability.
I
totally-
recall Irina being knocked out like 2 or 3 times.
Zarina got me killed.
Not dead
All
yet.
right, so what do you guys want to do? Up and over the mountain seems like a vote against by Serena. We could...
No, let's follow Irina's advice. She is very wise. Look at her.
I'm
Look at
alive.
us. She's alive.
This is true. We're already caught in the well, though, so we have to get out somehow.
Yep. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna climb out the back, and I'm gonna start launching magic missiles to break free.
I don't think that's how that works.
Well, maybe something bigger.
I think we should try and fight through it and get to the other side of it.
There's a mountain.
Yeah.
We're not coasting along the side of a mountain, right?
No, we're coasting directly at a mountain.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
saying,
going
okay,
right.
so here's the stream.
Yeah.
We're
Here's
looking at
us.
we're looking at roll 20, right?
Yeah.
See this beautiful, cloudy,
I
smoky,
see it.
spiky landscape?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, this is what you guys are flying into, and one of the largest ones of them is what you're going to.
Yeah.
So can we not just keep going down this nice little
We're,
Middle way?
We're going directly towards a mountain.
That's what you're doing right now, and
it ends at a giant mountain.
Yeah.
well then what the
Yeah, that's
There's no way out.
that's what I was trying to say. You can't turn a ship around entirely. It doesn't 180. I was like, so we can either fight
Yeah,
against it and
it's
hopefully
hard,
to
though.
veer
It,
off or go up and over. Or the alternate plan is that I cut the void the void astrogator and we plummet and then kick it back on and hope that we are out of the well.
hope that we can get under it?
Yeah.
So here's what we need to do.
Tell us.
Guys, I don't know if I have anything. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think. I'm trying to think of.
So it's a
'cause-
shit sandwich either way, guys.
Well, yeah, like I've done a lot of canoeing in my life, and I'm trying to think what we do in similar situations. And I'm trying to think in the fiction of the game, what can I do magically?
I have a question. I have a
Yes.
question. Can I roll to see if I remember having been here before through Undava? to see if I know if there's anything around, because obviously we know where like large congregations of people are, because that's what we feed on. So if there was like, even if it didn't look like the same as it would look in the real world, I might know if there's like any kind of civilization nearby, even within these mountains. Can I just roll to see if I would remember anything like that?
Yeah, no, that seems very good. Let's do it.
Okay. What do you want me to roll?
Probably proficient intelligence. Just
Okay.
Just right, recalling, or maybe wisdom, if you think that'd be better.
Okay. No, I think intelligence is better because I'm better at that.
25. Yeah. Yeah, there was a battle fought here a very, very, very long time ago. And I think from the memories of Undava, a place of dreams and sadness, I think there is sort of a pervasive gloom from the dream realm here that seems to be, hey, this isn't like necessarily you can't see through it. Like there is definitely lights. There is some sort of group. It's very dim, like a star that's very far away, near the top of this mountain. But hey, I mean, if you wanted to pick a place to hide, this is a good place. It's not as clear. There's a lot of interference. There's a lot of emotion attached to this place.
I have an idea. Sorry, I'll let Summer go. Then I've got an idea.
No, it's fine. I think she would just vocalize this and say, obviously, it's not hard to tell just being here that something lingers here, but from what I can remember, there was something at the top of the mountain. So maybe I don't know if waiting until the last second and pulling up is the best idea, but maybe we can cut out of the stream early and like park and then climb rather than trying to just pull up at the last moment.
I don't think the stream stops happening. That's the problem. It pulls from every direction.
Here's what we do. I'm going to cast 3 large flaming spheres, and I can move them beneath the ship, and then I can cast pyrotechnics to cause them to explode and try to launch us out of the stream. That's probably the best I have.
Like reverse depth charging yourself?
Yes. That's essentially what I'm going to do, where I can move the flame spheres and I can spread them around, space them out, and then pyrotechnics them, which causes them to explode. And I've been waiting to do that combo in game. I never thought I'd use it to try to knock us out of an astral stream. But that's about the best I've got. The ship's too heavy for me to thunderstep us out.
Yeah, definitely. You guys are absolutely not stuck in here, by the way. Like, I know you're a pilot. I know you think it's doomed, but you're not at the point where you need to blast your, depth charge your way out of here.
So we could pull up.
Yeah, like you could. It would strain the ship, but like you could definitely do it, right? Like I'm trying to describe this as kind of like a controlled position here. Like you guys are, right? Like there is something here, but you guys are compensating right now. It's just going to get worse the closer you get to the mountain.
Then we should go ahead and start trying to pull up if we can.
Yeah, I guess why not? If that's what we can do, if we can pull up now, I'm down to pull up.
All right, I'd like to pull up.
Yeah, so I guess we'll unfurl the sails and we will attempt to pull up.
I'm going to start. I'm going to be all sails ahoy for you, Mr. Fujin, and assisting.
Dope. So I will roll strength to try to pull us out of this thing, and hopefully not suck. 19.
What is that? Is it called tacking your sails? Is that a thing?
Sure.
I think tacking your sails.
I feel like I've heard that somewhere.
That's when that's after you unfurl them and you lock them into place, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Ship stuff.
Yeah.
Boats and words.
Yeah.
Boats.
19 is great.
Yeah.
The wraith strains but holds true. The astral drives get you out of the current. They get you above, but you also so you stop getting pulled to the mountain, but you're also not making any more progress to the mountain, right? Like you pull up above it. You guys are about a couple hundred feet above some of those sharky earthen protrusions. It's misty and wet and cloudy up here.
And we're just like completely cloud covered, right?
It's getting into more and more cloud cover.
Okay.
Right? Like where you guys are now, you can kind of see some of the spikes jutting out through the enveloping clouds. Looking up, it just looks like just nothing but like Seattle winter. It just is. There's not a lot in terms of coloration or pictures. Just a lot of these white and grays, as like the picture is kind of showing you,
Okay.
right? Like that sort of sense of wetness, fog, mist, damp cloud cover.
And
There's
we're moving.
pervasive taste of ozone.
Okay. I think
We're moving towards the spot that I remember. There being like that faint light.
No, the faint light was on the mountain. There
Oh, and we're over it now?
No, you're not over it. You're circling it from as like kind of a safe distance, right? Like you guys got out of essentially the event horizon of this whirlpool kind of thing, right? And now you guys are just kind of hovering on the periphery, kind of around it, safe. But
I think Fujin would look to Zarina, and he kind of nods towards the mast and he says, "Can you see through this?"
I mean, I can try. I mean, I can see if there's anything there, if you want me to.
If you could, I can't. I don't know what we're sailing towards. Could crash into the top of the mountain. Would be just as bad.
Sure. Yeah, she'll half step into Undava, see if she can see anything.
okay, yeah. So you go into Undava, and okay. Make a perception check for me, please.
Sure. Whoa. Hey,
Aced
yo.
it. Perfect. Okay. When you step into Undava here, there's definitely a sense that you of the same kind of interference that you were seeing maybe during the time on the comet, like it's close to it. You get the most immediate thing that you want to see here, and that would probably draw your attention here, is the roaming shadowy mass, this malaise, this miasma, that you know immediately as just literally like walking sadness or like floating sadness, clouds of just an emotion, grief maybe. And this particular one looks a lot like grief around here. That's sort of obfuscating a lot of this area. There aren't any like creatures around here. I'm trying to think if they would show up or not.
I kind
No.
of like to picture I like to picture the emotion as almost like a giant walking like shadow being. Like it's kind of maybe like so heavy that it's almost taken on its own form.
I think of the decapitated forest spirit from Princess Mononoke.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Yeah, and it's just dropping sadness around it. Like it's just walks through this kind of desolate space, looking for something but can never find it.
But other than that, I don't see anything.
No. I think at that moment when you don't find anything, I think we begin to see a couple of those snowflakes begin to fall.
Onto the ship?
No, into Undava, where you are.
Oh. Are they nearby?
No one else can see it. Yeah, they're beginning to fall kind of like gently around you. You know this is the pretense, the signal to the plane shift for the Seventh Sister.
Oh, but I can't decide if I want to stay or not.
Well.
I think yes, she's going to stay. but she's going to like back up, like try and get a fair distance away from the falling snowflakes, but she wants to stay and see.
Okay. Yeah. A very assuring voice on the air reaches your ears and says, "Do not fret, Grigori. I have chosen you to talk to. I come with good news. You will be okay." And at that point, I think through some of the snowflakes begin to, as they fall, get bigger and bigger until a couple of them start overlapping one another as they fall. And then it kind of creates this sort of doorway. And from this doorway, a silvery moth lady appears, dripping these snowflakes around. Their face is expressionless, almost angelical. Has two of those like fuzzy moth antennas. That's the word. Their body sort of has like the thinner thorax of like a praying mantis, not like the arms, but just like that thinner, narrower body, and then a way big thorax, and 7 interspliced moth wings, like not death's head moth, but like one of those beautiful furry ones.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see this? We've established that I can see the snowflakes when I'm using see invisibility, and I've seen the moth before.
Yeah, you can see invisibility. I think
I don't want to interfere.
Yeah,
this freaks me out.
Yeah. On her arm, it's Jib Jab. She's caressing it, and Jib Jab's okay with it, right? Like they look like they're buddies, right? Like it would be if you didn't know any better, you would think it's their familiar.
Yeah. She hesitantly like steps forward, and I think like she is seeing this, but it's kind of through this like veil because she's not fully there, or hasn't allowed herself to be fully there. And she says, "What do you mean we're going to be okay?"
You seek the pirate. Quite a dangerous expedition. But I've seen it. You'll be okay. She cryptically says that, but it's very assuring. Like she has seen through sort of like, the future or something, and has been able to, and feels very confident and assured in your success. The 7 sights have blessed me, and I've seen that you will succeed at your endeavors, no matter how great or how small. And she looks over at Jib Jab.
I don't know why you chose to tell me this.
Oh, I'm just making pleasant talk. I'm here because of this little guy's request. And I have chosen you.
You've done something unforgivable.
She looks a little confused when you say that, right? Why do you think that?
I've seen Cinderberry.
Yes. Yes, the living tree ones. I know. I mean, I could try to convince you that what I was doing for Cinderberry is saving his life, but I know you wouldn't buy that, even if it was true.
Sometimes death is preferable.
No. Death is never, and she looks at you and gives you imparts a very serious lesson to her. So a significant looks like to be like a significant insight about her. Death is never preferable.
There we disagree.
Do you seek death, Grigori? You are not like your other kind.
Does anything seek death?
Well, it makes it sound like it's some sort of noble end, rather than a terrible fate.
Other times it is an escape.
Do you know what awaits you when your spirit leaves and enters the celestial bureaucracy?
No. I haven't seen it.
Neither have I, and I will continue to not see it. I have heard stories, though. And
We
she
all
looks down at Jib Jab. Jib Jab here is quite the gregarious compatriot. It is not as pleasant as you think. Your soul, all of your wants and desires are cleansed, is the word they use, purified, until there is nothing just but a being of life itself, agency. And that is reinstilled into a new being. Who knows? For every creature born, no matter how great or small, it seems to be arbitrary what you end up, as in no significant path or significant matter. For all knows, anyone born here, they could have been a terrible criminal, now a priestess. They could have been a humble knight, now a blind beggar. So it doesn't seem very fair, this death, does it? I don't remember agreeing to a deal like that. Did you?
She just smiles and she says, "It sounds like a second chance for those who might not have deserved it. But there's something that's beautiful about that.
Oh.
And maybe there's a lesson in every life we lead."
I'm afraid I wasn't clear. There was nothing but ignorance awaiting the other side. What you say sounds noble, but I have evidence to the contrary. You make it sound like everyone is a warrior for a cause they neither know nor could ever understand, or is a life that is not theirs. A second chance. What is a second chance to one who does not understand the first chance?
Maybe we make things easier for the next. We make changes that last in the world, and maybe it doesn't have a lasting effect on our particular soul. But if I could do something in this life to make things a little bit better for someone else in their next, then I do think that's noble. Because
She smiled.
I've felt trapped in my body.
That is most unfortunate. But it seems that perhaps I was too early to make an appearance. And while I do wish you well, especially I guess for your next life, I do want to impart with you a gift, for I am someone of the present, someone of the now. And I want gifts and rewards in a way that are tangible, that are usable for the brief time we do have here. She whispers to Jib Jab.
What does she whisper to him? I can hear.
Yeah. Boy, this is not okay. This is you did study the God's Fall. This is divine. This is the divine tongue of creation. This is the language of gods and how they create things. It sounds awfully like the original version, right? Like rather than a a cappella version of some sort of conjuration spell or transmutation. And Jib Jab is being asked, not commanded, asked voluntarily to become the gift, and this is as service to the Seventh Sister for a duration. For the remainder of the duration of the favor, as the bargain is agreed, to become this gift.
Cyrena gets my octopus.
We don't know yet.
I can see and hear everything he sees and hears.
Yeah. You are being it's being asked to turn into something that can help you find Estic. It's vague in the way that it's gods were vague when they crafted worlds.
Does he? Does he agree?
This isn't a trap. Like, you would know this is a trick or something like that. This is not a trick. I don't think you can lie in the language of creation.
Oh, I'm just wondering if Jib Jab agrees, since it was a request to Jib Jab to become the item.
I think it's up to Grant here. Casimir, what do you?
Casimir. See, here's Casimir's thought. Casimir likes the idea of Jib Jab being stuck with the Seventh Sister because Jib Jab will have to spill all the beans when he comes back, and he is going to see and hear a lot of things, and he will never forget them as a Celestial. With that said, I think Cyrena needs another friend, and yeah, he'll go with her. In other words, Jib Jab the spy is going to spy on us. 2-time an octopus.
No. That is not what that is.
He's like becoming a physical item, right?
I came so close to zapping him with a ray of frost in front of them and being like, rather I kill him than see him live in disgrace like
Oh my gosh.
No, he's going to be passed to Cyrena. That's what Jib Jab wants. He likes her better anyways. They all like her better anyways. Tiptoe, Jib Jab. Yeah, it's fine.
We share so it's like we share a common enemy. This Estic. So here. And Jib Jab puts all of their legs out straight on the arm of the lady. And their arms seem to all fuse together. Kind of like spiraling on one another. And then it kind of opens. Jib Jab feels fine, but Jib Jab has turned into a magical quiver. From
Hello.
You.
Ooh.
And it seems to be like on Jib Jab's eyes are the 7 snowflakes to it. Kind of like the maker's mark of how you would. I mean, how we saw it on the staff.
Mm.
So
yeah, she would hesitantly step forward and reach out and take it.
Yeah.
Take Jib Jab.
Mm-hmm. Good. She says, it will take a little bit to get used to, but the arrows docked in this quiver will always guide you and help you find your marks.
I'm going to kill Cinderberry.
They'll help you with that too, if that's what you wish. She seems very indifferent.
She just nods and leaves.
Yeah. Well, hope to see you again. Pleasantly, and she steps back through the snowflake portal. Cool.
Yeah. And Zarina comes back to her body and has a new quiver.
Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm mad it wasn't my +3 bow, but beggars can't be choosers.
Don't hate on my octopus quiver.
I love Jib Jab. I love Jib Jab quiver.
Oh, hate to see him like this.
And now the only person that knows he's Jib Jab besides you is Jib Jab's owner, when she just has to deal with the fact that it's a quiver.
I don't ever reveal. Except you'll know when I'm crying.
I mean, it
in the
looks.
bathtub when I'm
It
crying.
kind of looks, and you're just saying Jib Jab's name and holding my quiver.
In the hot tub.
Jib Jab is still intelligent. It's
Yeah.
It's an intelligent magic item right now.
Mm.
Interesting.
Yep, for the duration of the favor.
Okay. Cool. Does Jib Jab quiver give me any mechanical advantages, or is it just a cool thing I have now?
No, it does. It does help you. So once a day, you can fire. You can fire an arrow, and it would always go in the direction of sort of like a locate object.
Okay.
You can always do that, and then also and this is like over the day of you attuning to it, right?
Right.
Which is weird because you're attuning to someone else's familiar who's also a magic item right now, but that's fine. So you can wish, or kind of like to ask Jib Jab to give you an arrow of certain kinds. You can have a poison arrow, you can have a bomb arrow, you could have a polymorph arrow. Jib Jab can't guarantee that whatever you get is the one that you ask for, but it tries its best.
And
it's
that's
getting used to
once a
being
day?
the form that it is.
Yeah. And that's once a day that I can do that? Or is that just the locate object that I can do once a day?
The locate object is once per day. The rest of the quiver, this is just a natural. Apparently, you can do it as much as you want.
Dope.
Yeah. But yeah. Jib Jab would probably ask you to exercise a little bit caution because it doesn't know exactly what its full potential.
Okay.
It's still feeling out its new form and what it can do.
Right. She'll be careful.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So when Zarina comes back, she was laying down, obviously. So she sits up and kind of looks at the group. And she says, well, I just had an interesting conversation.
Yeah, I heard it.
What? I did not hear this conversation. Who was it with?
What?
The seventh sister.
Did you request her aid to help kill...
Did she try to hurt you? Go get her.
No. I don't like her, though.
Is she going to help us kill the Void Mother?
I can't say for sure. Maybe.
Did you ask?
No.
That was the whole point.
She gave me something.
Is it a
that will
Void Mother
help us
killing weapon?
find. Well, it's said, and she kind of holds up the quiver that kind of looks like Jib Jab.
How does that help us?
Oh, it's a magical quiver. It's Jib Jab, actually.
Do you hit the Void Mother with the quiver until
What do
she
you mean
dies? How does this help?
Wait. Stop. What do you mean it's Jib Jab?
I mean, look at it. It's Jib Jab. Just as a quiver.
That's not Jib Jab. Jib Jab moves around and is
Yeah.
alive, not.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, don't talk about him like he's not here. He's still alive.
I think she's.
I feel like I'm taking crazy
No,
pills.
maybe she did something to her.
Casimir, if you said that you heard the conversation, then you know this is Jib Jab.
One too many trips into
We're
Undava.
taking the potion of insanity here.
No,
How does this help
Wait,
us?
I
kill
don't
the Void
understand. How is he still alive if he was made into a quiver?
Mother? I don't
Tiptoe
understand why-
knows immediately it's
How
Jib
does-
Jab, and Tiptoe's like going insane. He's like confused. His ears are moving around almost like a cat, and Tiptoe's like, "That's Jib Jab."
I don't understand why everyone cares about the quiver. Does
listen.
this
If
help us
I
kill?
can get the hang of it, and if Jib Jab can get the hang of it, then he should be able to give me an arrow that will lead me to anything I wish.
And you wish to find something that kills the Void Mother?
Well, baby steps. Aren't we going to see the pirate?
I mean, if we have a Void Mother killing arrow, that would save us a lot of time.
I don't think it's a Void Mother killing
Arrow of
arrow.
Void Mother slaying.
That's what
No.
I'm saying.
Feel like that would be too easy, and I don't think the Seventh Sister would be that kind to us.
Casimir explains, and he kind of sits back. Casimir's an academic, and he goes, Fujin, essentially, who do you believe in? What's the greatest deity to you in your entire life? The greatest story of this deity, and what did they do?
They subjugated an entire people and lied for centuries.
Or that happens.
Yes.
And, well, in our culture, there's a story of where Najima reached down and gave a blade to someone you know. This blade was called the Redeeming Grace. They brought a man back from the dead and handed him a special item for a special purpose. This is the equivalency of that.
Except
A
not.
divine
Doesn't actually-
being has given an object of power to someone we know for a sacred quest. And we may not have the wisdom right now to know to what end, but alas, poor Jib Jab shall show Zyrina the way.
Just saying, it could have been an arrow or like a crossbow or a sword or something.
You can still use him as a club.
Jib Jab makes arrows
They're
now.
whatever. I was hoping for something better.
Well, this is really good, but I do have something that I don't know if it's great.
Okay.
The Seventh Sister doesn't exactly believe in death, and I don't know that she'd be willing to help us kill the Void Mother.
I mean, she's definitely not the Void Mother's friend from what I've gathered, so...
Right, but
Well, then I guess we have to use a stupid quiver and find other people to help us kill the Void Mother.
Absolutely. We gotta muster the troops.
we gotta find a stock first.
Yes, well, that's one of the troops, hopefully. Did you find out where we're going? That was the whole point of whatever the hell you just did.
That's what the arrows do.
So you didn't see anything. Okay, fire a magical arrow, see where we go.
Zyrina, why are
I
you
don't know
going to
that I
kill
can.
Cinderberry?
Well, now you're killing Cinderberry? That guy was
She is.
awesome.
Wait, what?
Listen, first you get the bullshit quiver, and now you have to shoot an arrow to find where we're going. You didn't even look with your eyes, and now you want to kill
Why?
Cinderberry? This is a terrible trade.
Why would we kill Cinderberry?
Prince
Can't we
Casimir,
say-
I'm sorry that your friend got made into bullshit quiver.
He's not. He's happy. Look at him.
I mean, he could have been made into an awesome octopus sword.
I
but-
feel like we are missing
The
the
octopus
important
saved-
topic here.
Yeah,
You're right.
No, it is exactly
What
as I said
is-
before, that Grigori are evil and want to enslave the world.
She's not evil.
She
Zarina's
was to
not.
kill Cinderberry.
She's gonna kill Cinderberry.
He seems like a pretty okay guy. He had the whole Oasis thing. Even an evil
you
Cinderberry
just
had
quiet?
the
Like, your mouth is moving, but nothing should be doing. Like, don't.
I'm just gonna pilot the ship into the mountain to save the problem.
Okay, I guess. Why are we killing Cinderberry? I don't understand, see.
She believes that there's nothing worse than death. And so she won't let Cinderberry die. She's saving his life. But you saw him. That's
Yeah,
not Cinderberry.
Cinderberry can be redeemed. You need to find Brother Talk.
Cinderberry can be redeemed in death. He can have
Brother-
another chance.
Brother Talk can redeem him in his life, but you have to get Talk back. It is his blessing to redeem Cinderberry.
Okay.
That's what he does.
But getting Talk back isn't our primary concern right now.
Right. Void Mother, then Talk, then Cinderberry.
I just mean that if there's an opportunity for me to help Cinderberry, then I will.
Can we maybe, like, table that decision and come back to it? And not kill him?
We have his seed. He's not really dead.
Oh, I still don't know really what to do with it.
We'll plant it when the time comes in a new oasis. After all this is over.
So that doesn't mean we have to kill him.
I can't leave him there. He's trapped. He's a slave to her.
We can't go back there right now anyway.
I know.
When you were a slave, were you freed or did you kill yourself?
I escaped. But if I had been captured again, then I wouldn't have lived there.
But you weren't captured again. Cinderberry deserves the opportunity to be freed before he is put to death. And if we are unable to free him, ever, I think it's only fair that you do what it is you are intent on doing. However, I believe he can be redeemed.
If the time comes and we can find Talk again, and he can redeem Cinderberry, then of course that's what I would want. But I don't see that as an option right now.
Just remember, once you take a life, you can't really give it back. That's not for you to decide.
Nothing is ever really dead. It's repurposed.
And I kind of look at Jib Jab quiver, nod, and look at Fujin, look at Min, politely bow, and digest this as I wander off to do my Casimir things.
And I'll wait as long as I need to attune to the quiver and get our tracking arrow.
Okay. So it takes 24 hours, right, to attune?
It takes a short rest.
It takes 2 to 4 hours to attune, right?
Yes.
Totally.
Perfect. Okay. So it doesn't take long. Jib Jab's trying to help you out too. So it's probably on the shorter end of things. All right. So you want to try this arrow?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you searching for? Like, because you have to have an idea in your head of what you're looking for.
I think I'm doing a combo focus. I'm trying to focus on Estoc, but I'm trying to also, I believe that he is with this like group, this hidden group of people that I couldn't see through the grief and through the sadness, but that I've seen before. So that's what I'm focusing on. This pirate band, essentially.
Okay.
What do I need to roll to do this?
Nothing actually.
Okay.
You just you do it. You fire. You have to fire the shot into the air, basically straight up,
Mhm.
and then the arrow will hang for a second, and then kind of point and go to the direction that you need to go.
Okay. So do I fire an attack, or does it just do
No,
it?
it just does it right. You
Yay!
just shoot,
Okay.
launch the arrow into the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guiding arrow takes you away from the mountain. First, it stays in the air and like kind of like looks back at you, like waiting for you guys to keep up. And it's taking you away into some clouds. Do you follow it or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It takes you guys have been okay. It's you've been traveling now. If you continue following it, you've been following for about 30 minutes, and you're getting further and further away from the mountain. You should probably feel like this feels counterintuitive. Are you guys trusting this still, or do you want to inquiry, or does that even matter, or should I just keep going?
I think Fujin kind of looks to the further away we get, the more he looks to Zarina. This is the power of this terrible quiver, right? It's supposed to lead us to where we need to go.
I think Zarina would check in with Jib Jab and see how he feels, because obviously this is very new to both of us.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she would see if he feels confident about the way that this arrow is leading us.
I think I did it right.
Very confident.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear him chewing too. Just
Yeah. Nom, nom, nom.
Mendicant's been feeding him. No,
Snacks are so good.
Gain a bunch of weight.
He's going to be a very fat quiver by the time I'm done.
I'm on a diet.
Yeah, so she would nod very confidently and say, yes, I trust that this arrow will lead us the right direction.
Then I guess we followed it until we have another choice.
Yeah. On the perfect dramatic timing, roars are heard in the clouds. Multiple.
It's the Kraken.
No.
That's what Min says.
He's just like, no.
That's what Min
They're
says.
later. They're later than that. I mean, they're not quite a roar, not quite a screech.
It doesn't matter. Min still says it's the Kraken.
A very aggressive bird.
Yeah.
A griffin. Somewhere in between a lion and a bird.
It's definitely on par with what you might imagine what Estic uses. Only obviously wild.
Right. I think Zarina actually looks to Min and says, could you recreate that with your bow?
The sound? Yeah. Right, Eric? I was waiting for him to be like,
Mouth is full.
10 degrees of success. Wrong system, JK.
Do it.
Wait, am I supposed to roll something?
Just do it. Just say you do it.
What are you
Just
trying
say
to
I do it. Just do it.
I mean, you can make the sound of the creatures, but like, what is your intention doing this, right?
It's
What are you
like a
trying to get at?
callback.
Yeah.
They're like, hey.
They
and we're
call
like,
me maybe, and I'm
"Oh."
all like, yeah, here's my number. So just
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're yelling back at him.
like, stop making faces at me.
We're like,
Minea's a hollow back girl.
yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's
Absolutely.
yeah, you definitely hear some callbacks, like listening to what you're saying, and you definitely see the shadow of something coming towards you, and you see some shadows of some other ones coming to you, just like maybe like a couple 100 feet away, right, or maybe even maybe like a full football field away. They kind of swim or float by really quickly to get an idea of what you are. You guys see something that looks like a cross between a hippopotamus and a hammerhead shark.
Yes.
Flying
Absolutely.
through the sky.
Give me
with
more of it.
almost like
Autonomous.
a hammerpotamus.
Ooh, I like it.
It's got a couple like spiny ridges down its back. Yeah, but no, you're no creature like it, so it's confused and wants to go back into the clouds after seeing you.
Cool.
Oh, thank God it's not actually like a shark where it bites you to find out what you are.
I'm gonna cast gravity well.
Well, it hasn't bitten us yet. Now you've gotten. Now we're gonna.
Now the idea's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Did it look? It didn't look like anybody was riding these, did it?
Mm-mm.
From what we could make out. Okay.
But they're definitely rideable. Like
Okay.
like you could sit on that thing.
How far away from us?
The hippopotamus body.
For purposes of
Hippopotamus.
spells, they're 100 yards away.
I think
300 feet.
Zarina
What's
would
that?
like
A lot.
Titanic this shit and go stand on like the
300.
front of the boat.
Okay, they're not really paying you much mind. Like they see you and they're like, "Oh, that's disappointing," and they seem to just go back.
They thought I was going to be prettier.
I mean, you said it.
I mean, I don't look like a hippopotamus shark, so.
You're okay for Grigori, I guess.
Oh my God. Yeah, so she's moving towards the front of the ship so she can see as they approach, as they continue to follow the arrow.
The arrow is pointing you to the direction of where they're flying.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to pursue.
Yeah, let's do it. Full speed ahead, Captain.
Okay.
He does.
Okay. You get some glances back from the creatures being like, why the hell is this thing following us? Right? And so they begin to try to like lose you. So they begin to like, I think the first thing that we see, right, is an immediate like dive. And they're fast. Despite being hippo-sized, they are fast in the air. They are as nimble and agile as a dolphin in water. Right, so like they do a corkscrew dive, hundreds of yards in front of you, and they're begging you to try to keep up with them.
And the arrow's following?
The arrow follows suit, but does the ship follow suit?
Shit, now I'm thinking I did this wrong, guys.
Is this what we're doing now? We're just...
I can get onto one, but I don't know how long I will last.
All right.
No, let's keep going. Let's keep following them. As long as the arrow's following them, we should too. Can you keep up with them?
No.
Keep up with
The
them.
arrow, you're gonna lose the arrow is gonna get stuck. To the point where it has to stay close to you so you can see it. And so its general direction is going to be, just
Fluctuating all over the place.
Yeah.
If we can't keep up, then we should stop.
No, you could. I mean, it's possible with the ship you could keep up, right? But you're going to have to like push the ship into like full gear here.
Pretty sure I could keep up.
I can't do this.
I like goading Fujin to be like, "Can you keep up? Can you keep up?"
Yeah, like the moment you're like, "Can you keep up?" He's like, "Of course they can keep up." And Metamancer is muted, so no one can hear.
Minea is 100% behind Z on this. She's like, I just don't think he can.
I have this idea that maybe we can place Raijin into my flaming sphere because he's the tankiest and send him out floating to one.
Why?
As like
Raijin?
It's like a hover pod, right?
You want him to die again, don't you?
Stop trying to kill Raijin.
No, he
safe
has
in
a
the
lot
bottom
more
of the
hit
ship.
points than me. I do it, but I don't have that many.
He's safe in the bottom of the ship, doing ship stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think I think as you're goading Fujin, he says, "Do I think I can make it? Of course I think I can chase these fucking creatures. Are you kidding me? This would be the easiest thing ever. I just tried to fly into a black hole. Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous."
Okay, well
and
then
he
stop
will-
talking about it and just do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
still kind of mixed
All bark,
feelings
no
about
bite.
his ability here.
So
Yeah.
he's gonna have the two of you. Well, he's gonna bark out to you two. The two of you, grab this, grab it, and he's gonna
This
have you
thing?
like pull in the
This thing, she's obviously going for the wrong thing.
No, not that. What are you doing? You want to crash? No, that thing over there. You
This thing?
grab that thing. The same. No. Oh my God! I wish there were two
Oh, this
Zarenas.
thing,
I never
okay.
thought I would say
Go
that
easy.
before in my
Go
entire
easy
life.
on him.
It's going to feel like you guys are doing the drop of a roller coaster, right? You're gonna
Yes, I'm
experience
so
that.
excited. Give it to me. I love roller coasters.
Look, I'm going to break this down real simple. See how the
Your
wings are?
hands up.
See how
Everybody
the
hold
wings are way
hands.
like this? I need you to bring
Everybody
the
hold
wings in
hands.
like this.
Fuji's
Right.
gonna have gray hair and
It
he's
interesting
gonna
right
have
now.
hair.
Look, simple test. Take sails from this to sails like this. Go do that rope.
Okay,
And he's
I'm
going
doing it.
and he's going to put us into a nosedive to follow these creatures.
Hold on down there, Raijin.
As he's screaming, as he's screaming
Rolling
commands.
around.
Wearing the brown
Yeah.
pants.
He's going to drink his coffee.
Awesome. Okay.
No is
so
like
we're
hanging
gonna
onto
be-
the sails and like riding it like, yeah, this is great.
All right, here we go, Eric. 18.
23. So here's what's going to be. This is going to be a skill challenge. So you know this. To keep up with them.
Yep.
So you need to not fit. So this is going to be a skill challenge of difficulty of 3.
Okay.
You need to get 3 successes.
Okay.
Total group. You guys cannot use the same skills. You cannot repeat a skill.
Okay.
So describe
All
what
right.
you're doing to help
How
gonna-
we're helping.
keep up with these
Okay.
animals.
I'm explaining to Raijin how you can corral a hammer maw. You can't move as fast as them, but timing beats speed every time, and precision beats power every time. So you need to use these old cattle tactics and just kind of round them up, and you can get them where we need to go. So I'd like to make an animal handling check.
I love it. Yeah, totally. I mean, that's what you are. These things are animals.
21.
We tie.
Why do we got a tie?
Why do we have to tie?
I'm going to. Can I use my inspiration from my game to add a d6 to mine and win?
Yes, you may.
All
It's a
right.
great use of inspiration. Okay.
I was gonna say that.
Hey, nailed it.
You won.
Nailed it.
I
All right, 1 success, 1 failure.
okay. Here's mine. I would like to use dexterity, just straight dex, because I would like to use my hunter's mark. So I would basically try
Oh.
and
Let's track them.
use my hunter's mark to track them, to keep up when the arrow can't. Like as the arrow is fluctuating, I'll have hunter's mark so I can keep up with at least one.
Oh yeah, so you always you always keep sight of the one furthest back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay. Cool, a 7. You can't beat it.
Not that one. All right, 2 failures. So what?
can I-
Yeah. So
Can I retroactively use a critical success?
What is that?
yeah, you have one, right?
Yeah, I have 2.
Yeah, you absolutely may.
Okay, and then I would
What?
like to.
Hold on, is that fair? Hold on, I won't allow it unless the whole group's on board with that shit.
No, it's
this
fine.
is how we've
I just-
always done it.
Have
It
we?
is.
Yes.
It is, but in the future, I'd like us to use our
No.
critical successes before
No.
we disrupt the
sure?
fiction of the game.
Don't you do
Well,
that
then
to
what's
me?
the point of
Yes.
you having it?
No, I know.
Like,
That's what I thought. I thought
it's
we
a
always.
cheat card.
Yeah,
use
yeah.
it.
Use it or roll. That's how I usually
I
do
thought
it.
that's how
We're
we.
moving forward, but to be fair, Summer is right. We've always done it this way.
Have
Oh,
we?
I
I just
have a
always
terrible
felt it
memory.
was cheating.
Okay. All right.
So I would
cool.
like to use it.
It's not cheating if the rules say it's not disallowed.
It's
There
only
are
cheating.
rules.
It's only cheating if we do it after this one circumstance. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
okay. Yeah. So Zarina, you get a natural 20.
Mhm.
So that's a 22. But I also
Yeah,
got a
so I
natural
still-
20.
She still loses.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use
So you-
my inspiration.
Please roll higher than a 1.
Is it a D6?
A 5.
It's a
What?
D5?
No,
No.
I'm just saying roll 5.
Oh, yeah.
I was just calling what the dice roll was going to be.
Okay. I rolled a 5.
Yeah.
Hey!
Wow.
18% of the
The
time it works every
prediction
time.
come through.
Awesome.
Yes.
Cool. Nicely done.
I can't believe I called that number. That's so creepy.
I can. You're a
That's
genius.
so creepy. I'm creeped out now. Guys,
Goodbye,
I gotta go.
inspiration. You were well used.
That happens 18 out of 100 times. Okay.
All right. Who's up next?
Me. I'm going next. I would like to play a song while simultaneously assisting all this other stuff. I'm going to play a song of wind to help keep our sails, I don't know anything about sailing, guys. I'm not going to lie. So I'm just
Keep
going to
them
go
firm. Keep them
Yeah.
taut.
Should
Firm.
you're
Yeah.
an ocean.
to fill the
Keep-
sails with beautiful winds.
Keep them taut. Fill them with
Perfect.
musical notes.
Yes.
Lure the hammer maw with
Yes.
music.
It's basically what happens is, hopefully, crossing my fingers here, what happens is that the song that she plays from the violin, the lights are kind of like going across, and as they're moving into, they like move like the wind does, and then the notes are filling up the sails, pushing them further towards their target.
Faster
Yes.
to catch up with them. Yeah.
Yes.
Do it.
Ride like the wind. I'm using
good.
performance, I guess, for this. Yes.
Man, thank
Yeah.
goodness, y'all, this hasn't been attack rolls.
Why are they rolling so good? I'm confused.
Eric deserves to roll well.
Eric, you're cheating somehow. Yes. Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice. 26, it beats a 22. So you beat the skill challenge.
Boom.
Okay.
Hammer maws in your
Called
face.
it. Called it.
Yeah.
That music is dank. Dope, as Summer would say.
Yeah, it's so dope.
Super dope. It's
Keep
the
them
dopest tune
tunes
she's heard in a
flowing.
while.
Why are the hippos rolling so well?
I don't understand. Why are they rolling so well? It makes literally no sense. They are giant hippos. Stop being so good at
Have you
this.
seen Fantasia?
I love Fantasia. Oh my god, I used to fall asleep to that.
Look
A
at these,
hippo can
look
kill
at these
people.
hippos.
More agile.
Berserk.
I like that you just had shark hippos ready to grow. I just had that ready to rock and roll.
Look at those meaty
I guess
boys.
they're
Look
gonna
at their
kill us now.
arms.
Look at those
Wait,
meaty
you didn't tell
boys.
us. You didn't tell us that they were buff.
Oh, I'm quoting. I'm quoting that.
I mean,
They're kind of
they're-
scary looking.
welcome,
I know
welcome
those
to the quote book
guys.
summer.
You totally know those guys.
Yeah, they're twins or triplets.
I've seen them before on this very boat, looking over at
they
you,
are
Fujin.
they're pretty rascally. Yeah, so I imagine you have a situation here where you've driven them into a place where you could deal with them. So I imagine you kind of trap them in sort of a like near like a base of a mountain, and like kind of one of those spiky bits jutting off from the earth, right? Like you kind of have them there but nowhere to run.
What do you mean deal with them?
We're not hurting them, are we?
Yeah, we are. I'm gonna kill
We
him.
were just
What is
following
wrong
them.
with you?
Darrow has pointed you here.
Yeah.
To
them.
kill them?
I feel like we are jumping to conclusions.
I think
Time
we
for
are
team
too.
meeting? Team
Yeah.
huddle. Let's do this.
Yeah.
What?
All right.
Mike is gonna die before the end of this show.
Oh God.
Great.
Okay, so they're cornered.
Zyrina, go talk to them.
Okay.
Did they know the way to where we're going?
So my arrow's pointing them. They're trapped. We've got them cornered, right?
Yeah.
They're not. What are they doing? Are they just cowering? What are the poor babies doing?
No, they're not cowering, but they're certainly getting stressed out. They're definitely getting anxious about
So they
firing around each other and kind of looking at the ship, being like, "Ah, fuck."
So they let us here. Is there anything in the wall? Like, is there any?
No, you
opening?
led them here.
We
What?
trapped.
Yeah.
Yes.
This was the way you were able to catch up to them,
Oh well, I just
right?
right.
Jib Jab. Send him to go talk with them.
No, I can go talk to them.
Can we communicate?
Yeah. Yes, I think we can.
Yeah. How are you?
What size would you say? What size are these boys? Are they medium?
No, they're hippo sized.
Oh, they're meaty boys. We discussed this.
They're large.
Can I try and look like a baby one?
What?
I have disguise self.
What?
Wow.
Can I try and look like a baby one?
Wow.
You need a polymorph. You could try.
No, you can't disguise self as one of them because they're not a humanoid.
Oh, okay. I mean, they've got arms like men.
Okay. Question.
They have skin. Like they also
They
have
have
a
probably blood.
quad
too.
chambered heart like a human.
Shit.
Does that mean you can transform into them?
Shit. Can I?
They have carbon.
Okay. Fuck, guys, I don't know what to do. I'll try and use animal handling. Fuck it. Who cares? And you know what, guys? You know what,
can't
boys?
just animal handle the animals. What
You
are
know
you
what,
doing?
boys and girls? Yes, I can. I'm going to use my other crit to animal handle them.
All right, she's milking them, Eric.
Yeah, what does it mean?
You know what, friends?
Can I do?
What does it mean
something
to I verb these things? What are you doing to them? What does that look
Here we go. Here's what happens. So Zarina moves towards the front of the boat where they are corralled, and she asks Min to basically recreate that sound in a very soothing way, like recreate their call to try and calm them down. And Serena is basically just going to come at them very slowly. Let's pretend I'm treating them as though they were manatees here for a second.
Yeah, angry
manatees.
Yeah.
They're gentle
The
creatures.
swordfish manatee is the close relative to the hammerhead hippo.
Right. I'm just, and she is making herself very unassuming and speaking in soothe, like very calm tones, paired with the sounds that Min is making. And she's trying to calm them down. And she's going to try and get on one.
What?
I'm going to try and ride one.
You're going to mount one.
Yeah, I rolled a 20. I'm using my crit to do this.
What if it takes like a 29 to get on them?
I don't think so.
So you do pacify. So what I would say is that a natural 20, this is just not possible with a natural 20. You can't just like get on one, but you are able to get them, and you have calmed them down. They're not going to like fight or anything like that, right? You have calmed them down enough and assured them of the situation here that like they're still scared, they're still nervous, but they're not going to like lash out at you, right? Like you've gotten them to the point being like, okay, now what? But like they won't let you on. This is not a luck dragon.
Serena looks back towards, I mean, the arrow's still pointing at them, right?
Yeah.
She kind of looks back towards the group and says, I'm sorry, I was thinking about S-Dog, I thought, but maybe I was focusing too much on whatever lived here. I don't know. Maybe I didn't do it right. Sorry. Maybe we followed them for nothing. They just seem. What do we do? I don't know.
Casimir goes right into his resting alligator face.
This was your magical quiver. You tell us what to do.
I've never used it before, and maybe I just did it wrong. I'm sorry.
Now we have to deal with whatever the hell that is.
What do I get when I sense emotions, Eric?
Does that work on animals?
Just says you pick up on the emotions of others at will. Each turn, you can focus senses on one within 30 feet.
Okay. I think it would. I would probably say that it either works really poorly or it's just as pretty obvious, so it's not as useful against animals.
Mm-hmm.
But like everyone can describe to you how they're feeling because you're able to pick up on it. Yeah, but no, I mean the animals look nervous, anxious.
Do they have any markings on them, like they might belong to someone?
Branded.
Yeah. No, these do not have any brandings. These things look like they are. They're obviously a pack, right? Like they're a family, but they're not. So they all have like the same kind of, or roughly more or less the same. Yeah, more or less the same number of spines on their back. Their eyes shape and size are kind of all the same. Like they look pretty related. They're not like individual clones of one another, right? But like there's. I think the one that's closest to you maybe has like a little like a little bit more white to it, like it's been splashed with, looks like a little bit of splash of paint to it, or like ran into a rock recently.
I'm getting my branding iron ready and lighting it
No,
up. I'm just kidding.
What's around them? Like, what do we see around them where they stop?
Where is this area that we've trapped them in?
So you've trapped them beneath a large rocky, it's not escarpment, just like spike sticking out of the ground. That's like kind of one of those spikes that we can kind of see in the picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got them kind of covered by three of them on different sides, so they're kind of stuck in this sort of alcove. While you have the ship kind of like bearing down on them.
Is there any, like, I don't know, this isn't...
Do they seem like they can understand me if I'm talking to them? Like they can understand any bit of common? No. Didn't think so. Okay.
No, they just make more chitters and chatters.
Yeah, she's going to back away from them, feeling pretty stupid.
Fujin just stands at the helm with his arms crossed, watching it all happen.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm sorry, this isn't... It's not foolproof. I've never used it before. I didn't know.
Well, shoot another
She
one,
She told me that the arrow would lead me to him, and...
Well, how do we know that he's not all that?
Is that what she told you the arrow would lead you to?
I mean, she said that I just had to think about... She said it would guide me towards whatever I wanted.
And why do you want hippo hammerheads?
Okay, wait.
I wasn't thinking about them. I was thinking about... Yeah?
Okay, really think about giving me a high five right now, but with the arrow.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So like you can make sure it works the way you think it does. So
Okay.
I'm gonna stand on the other side. She like starts running towards the other end of the ship.
Well, here's the bad news. I
Go
can
ahead.
only do it once a day.
Oh. Right, okay, so that won't work right now. Cool.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast Produce Flame in my hand. And we've pacified these hippo people. And I'm essentially going to see if their eyes follow the flame. I'm kind of...
I mean, they don't let you get close enough to bring a fire to them, right? They're animals. That's just not going to be a thing unless you animal handle.
I'm trying to maintain my calming presence near them.
Okay.
No, hold on.
Okay.
Settle down. I produced a flame in my hand, and I'm seeing if their eyes follow the flame. Meaning I'm looking at their eyes and seeing if they're responding to the contrast of a flame moving around in my hand. I'm not going up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're not like being controlled or anything like that. Like they're animals. They look Yeah, no, they look like their ocular functions are working great.
Yeah. Not every animal would. I'm essentially trying to test their intelligence, the ability.
Casimir,
Right.
Casimir, you can see invisibility, right? I mean, you
That's
could
the
see.
rumor.
Well, is there anything here that we're missing?
I cast see invisibility. Only not really. And I tell her, yes, there's moths everywhere. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I cast see invisibility. Is there anything I see from the ethereal plane or that's invisible around you?
Eric, don't do me like this. Don't let my arrow fuck up the
Yeah,
very
invisible.
first time.
That's the best adventures where we spend the next 3 hours hippo playing. Man.
God, if I don't get one of these hippos as a pet, I'm gonna riot.
Detect magic.
I'm seeing invisibility.
Or
Not
seeing
detect
invisibility.
magic. So there's nothing?
No.
Mm-mm.
That's how far. What's the range of it?
Well, there's my sight. So let's see what the spell says just to see. So it's just the range of my sight. So what's the range of my sight in daylight?
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then around here, yeah, no, there was definitely something on the ethereal plane. It's boat size coming up on you, way off on the horizon. Like it's going to be here in a couple hours.
All right, guys, in a few hours, we've got the Big Mama boat coming in. My guess is these little hippo babies belong to that big boat, and we've got to defend them from them because these are free-range hippos. I don't know, guys.
You just made that last part
Well,
up.
I mean, if they're that was clear.
No, Minnie's just calling him out on it.
Yeah. If someone's on their way here, then we should wait.
So we should wait for a few hours?
Can
Maybe-
we like
Why not?
cloak ourselves? Can you hide us,
I can.
Mr. Wizard?
Yes.
Oh, I can.
You
too.
can.
I
The whole
think so.
boat?
Well,
Men, we can't hide the whole boat. But
Well,
what
that's
we
not
can
fun.
do is we can set up the boat as if it's abandoned and hide in Leomin's tiny hut.
well,
Or on one
and-
side, it's always on the other.
and I can cloak all of you.
Can you cloak the ship?
Not the ship, but that we could pretend the ship's abandoned.
Yeah, turn off the engines or whatever, Fujin.
What I'm hearing is we're going to just abandon my ship here and
No,
play
we're
dead.
pretending.
Yes, I got that part. And then we're going to play dead and hope that whoever this is isn't going
We're
to
not
just...
playing dead. We're going to hide.
Right, same difference. And what
Why
are we
don't
doing
one
when
of
we
us
get
stay
there?
out?
Yeah, agreed. It should be Fujin.
It should be Fujin. I agree.
The ship.
Well, you're gonna need him to. I guess I could pilot the ship, but
Well,
Why don't we put the hut around the ship? That way we can deal with moving
It's just-
stuff around.
it's a tiny hut.
yes.
It's enough for 10 people.
Not a giant ship.
Not a whole ship.
The whole ship.
How about, okay, well then I'll stay out.
No, I'm fine talking with them.
Okay,
I'm-
ready? Draw straws.
No,
Okay,
I'll
that's
just-
how
I
we're
will-
gonna-
Casimir,
I
can
will
you be
stay.
sure
It's
you
my
won't-
ship. It's my ship.
You won't cry.
Oh, okay, let me just say this right quick. Let everyone shut up aboard my ship. It is
We're
my
dicing
ship.
for it.
I will
Why
stay
are you
out.
so angry, Fujin?
It is my ship. I will stay out.
Go get your brother. I
what I
want to talk to
suggested.
both of you.
No, that's not going to happen. It's difficult on the player.
Fujin, this is a time for negotiation. So your best bet is Zyrina or
I could go. I am innocuous.
What?
what if we can't have you leave Zyrina though? What if you get taken from her?
Yes,
I wouldn't-
the
I wouldn't get
captain of a
taken.
ship isn't the best person to negotiate with another captain of a ship.
What if I said I found the ship?
Then
I don't know
they'll
what's
kill
going
you
on.
and take the ship from you.
Listen,
They're
I
pirates. Estoc is a pirate. I don't know what you... They
None of
scuttled
you-
Do you remember the other two guys we dropped off? They scuttled their ship and took it.
none of you have any excuse to be traveling alone but me.
I am a Voidborn captain of a ship. This is
Where's
my
your
ship.
crew?
They went down.
With
With the boat? Wait,
We get attacked all the time.
they're all
So you-
dead. I killed them
He
all.
makes a good point.
you're the
No,
worst captain ever.
Wait. No, the captain goes down with the ship. They all got out, and the captain goes down with the ship. What
I
we
don't
do?
feel like that's a believable
Obviously,
story.
the ship didn't go
He
down.
would not go down with the ship. I'm just going to put that out there right now.
But the
I wouldn't
captain
put
would.
that
They
ship
don't
in
know
my
him
mind.
yet. At least I don't think so. I think we should set up a tiny hut. The rest of us go in it and leave Fujin out.
Wait, well, what if they recognize him? Now I'm wondering.
And
They are
also,
going
I
to
don't wanna
recognize
be-
me. I'm a
They
well-known
recognize him.
ship's
We hang him as a traitor tomorrow morning.
Listen, I don't want to be inside a tiny hut just in case he needs us. It's better if we hide in the shadows. I promise I can cloak you if you stay close to me. And then we can come out. And well, also, that's going to look really bad on us. What if they're completely friendly?
You
And we
realize the tiny hut's invisible, right? No one can see us if we're inside it.
Yeah.
But can we get out of it easily?
Yeah, you can just walk through it, but you can't go
Oh.
back in.
Well,
And nothing can come inside, so we'd be safe while we're in there, and we can see
Sure.
everything outside.
What if they start just firing at the ship then? And they don't even come to inspect it.
No, they wouldn't do that.
I
It's a
think they would.
resource. This isn't a Star Wars movie. Sorry to break character. You don't just destroy things. You seize.
How do you know? Are you Eric
what
Vulgaris?
is this? What is
Do
this
you have
Star
the
Wars?
I
plan?
could be.
Yes.
I could be, but no. You check for resources. You check for survivors. You check for slaves. You check for.
What
people-
if they know who we are and are looking for our ship and know that they want to destroy us?
I have an idea.
If
Why
we're in
don't
the
we-
hut, we're safe. The hut's indestructible.
I have an idea.
Okay,
We'll
let's
get in the hut, like Casimir said.
I feel like I'm just looking at
Fujin,
myself.
Fujin,
Yes.
you will stay here,
Yep.
and
That
you
was
will
my
send up
plan.
a flare.
This is the
Okay.
episode where
Stress
Fujin gets
flare.
kidnapped and we have to go rescue him.
You'll send up a flare, and you'll
Different
pretend
region.
that something went wrong with the ship. If it's Estoc, you can make something up and say the crew is below deck or something, and we'll come out. We'll figure it out. Can you improv? Are you good at lying?
He's terrible at lying.
Get off my ship.
Fine.
Get in the tiny hut. I will hit us.
All right, I'm casting the tiny hut.
Okay.
No,
No,
Fujin
we don't
has-
need to do it right now. It's several hours until they're here.
Fujin has had it with
we-
his sass.
Short rest.
Yeah, short rest. Even though I have all my points for
No, just short rest anyway.
yeah, just hang out. Can we just have some popcorn, do a little quick little movie night?
Min is doing like story time around a fake fire because Fujin would have let her have a real campfire on the ship, so she made a fake one. And Note is dancing around it
I
like
I don't
Just like
understand
paper
how
and
this is
wind.
such a hard concept.
well,
It's
like
a
Note
whole
is
wooden
dancing
ship.
around it because he's got like the light up tail and stuff, so he's running around pretending to be.
Okay,
the
so
I
Eric,
don't
we
understand
kill
this is
several
short.
hours, but then when they get close enough, we're going to go inside the tiny hut. Are you setting up the flare?
No.
This
What?
is where these hippos are going to
Ridiculous.
kill Fujin alone.
No, I'm hanging out with the hippos. I'm trying to befriend them so that maybe one day I can ride on them.
No captain worth his ship would waste a
As-
flare
The
here,
one,
knowing that Estoc
the
is
one with the
around.
white splash. That's the one that I want.
Just light a cigarette.
Okay, Eric, that's what's
That's what-
happening. If you
Okay.
got anything out of that garbage that we just spouted at you.
I think it's a great plan.
I think so too. I think it's a really good plan.
I think
Unless
that's
they're
the-
completely normal and then we're like, oh, we hid in the tiny hut because we didn't know for.
This
I mean,
is one of Eric's clocks where it's like, yeah, this is the doom one. Once it fills in.
Oh,
Roberts.
my cat just scared the shit out of me. She just tapped my arm.
She was
Okay.
doing her sass too. She's like, get the shot.
Oh God. She's like,
So-
shut it.
Okay. It's the celestial bureaucracy. What are you doing just sticking around right here?
Who's
We got a couple
no?
hours.
It's not them. Yeah, my question for you guys is, what's going on with the hippos? Are you guys
I'm hanging out with them until I have to hide.
okay? When
I
the-
want to try and I'll steal some of Genshai's snacks and start trying to feed them or trying to talk to them. Just being very, manatees. I just want to be their friend. Also, they're kind of cool. They're they're the buff boys, like we've said. So I want one.
okay,
You don't have to give me one, but I do want one.
they definitely don't want to stick around the closer they get to the ship as the ship's coming in. You hear the sounds of more of these hammer jaws.
Yeah.
coming from the ship. Like the ship has some.
Okay.
It's too far away to hear it, but like you can kind of hear the sounds of 3 of them. And when the Hammerjaws hear the other Hammerjaws, they're like, "Oh, oh, look at the time! I gotta make like a tree and get the fuck out of here."
I'm late for my dentist appointment.
Yeah. So, yeah. Do you want to try to like keep them here, or are you gonna let them go?
I'm going to let them go because I want them to remember that I let them go, so that maybe when I meet them again, the white one will love me and let me keep it someday.
Yeah. Cool.
That's the dream.
To ride
Yeah.
one buff boy.
I just want one buff boy, guys. let me have it.
Yeah, you let them go, and they begin to fly off as fast as they can. The ship that is inbound to you seems to ignore you and go after those Hammerjaws.
Oh shit!
You see it go by. It's literally looks like it appears to be a damaged relic hunting vessel that's been sort of strapped together, and almost like a sleigh has these creatures guiding it through them.
Okay.
On its back, like on the back of the ship, you can see it has this like tremendous like net firing harpoon gun.
How far away is the ship?
Nope, I don't like it.
It's probably like a couple football fields away. Like it's really just like it's going pretty fast. It's just it's really just ignoring you. It's going after these Hammerjaws.
Does it so it doesn't even seem to see us, right? We're kind of down in the mist, I would assume.
Yeah.
See, I told you we should have sent out the flare.
Invite them into the hut.
Yeah. It's too far away to see if they noticed you, right? It doesn't seem like they're changing their course or anything like that.
Do we want to send out a flares, Irina? Tell me if you want us to. I can make fireworks appear.
No, I think we should just tail them.
How close are you to the ship?
What?
Everyone.
I mean, they're obviously hurting these poor hippos.
How close is everyone to the ship?
Or
Everyone's on the tiny hut.
Pose. What are they called? Hammer pose?
Yeah,
That's
you guys are in the tiny hut.
Yep.
But how
Hammer maws.
Hammer maws. That's it.
is the tiny ship on the? I mean, is the tiny hut on the ship?
yes.
Yeah,
okay.
obviously. I come out immediately if they're not.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just see Fujin not being able to see you, just waving wildly on the deck of his ship.
Yeah, I
hoping
mean,
to
you
see
probably
you
saw
guys.
where we put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, she would be like, "We have to go after them. They're obviously going to hurt
Yes,
those.
no.
They're going to hit."
Who cares? Well, that's Istok, and he begins to go fire up the
Okay.
astrogator.
Well, I mean, I care about what they're doing. So,
Oh, well, they use them to fly their ship. They don't have an astrogator. They use broken pieces of ships. That's why they crash them and steal them.
what we need to do is we need to set them free, and then they can't go anywhere.
Sure.
Listen, if we can cut the ties between them and the hammer maws,
Yes, then
we
the ship
can...
crashes into the ground and everyone dies on board.
Perfect.
We need their help. That's why we're here. Not to just fight pirates.
I forgot.
We're asking them to help us
pirates.
kill someone.
Are we?
Yes, or I wouldn't have come here.
The
Then
Seven
let's
Sisters
kill
seemed to think that we were going to kill them.
Captain, do you
Yes.
want me to signal them?
We're also going to kill the Seven Sisters.
No, well, I thought you wanted to work with the Seventh Sister.
Just that one. The other 6 are shit. Well, the other 5, I already killed one.
Well, the Seventh Sister thought we were going to kill Estok.
Well, that's because she talked to you.
Okay, well, I didn't. I wasn't the one who suggested that.
Neither did I. Let's go. And he fires up the
Cap-
astrogator.
Captain Fujin,
Okay.
do we want to let them know we're here? Don't you want to
Let's send
talk
out
with
a.
them?
Let's send out a.
Man.
Let's send out a flare.
All right, so here's what we do, and this is
Yeah,
the way.
I think so. Fuck it. Why not?
So I cast a fireball spell, not at the ship, but up 100 feet in the air, and then I cast pyrotechnics on it as it booms to turn it into a massive firework explosion. And you know what? I want it to form like my face, kind of like as it, it's a Prince Casimir flare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
As we're rising up.
Yes, as we're rising up.
Okay. I mean, this is undeniably going to get the attention, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hey, I have a question. Can we just stay out of range of the harpoon?
What? We don't know the range of it.
Well, I mean, you could guess, couldn't you, Fujin?
Yeah.
I mean, I could
You can tell
guess.
it has to be pretty close to use.
Yeah. So let's just stay out of range of that. Just,
It's fire.
just a request, a simple request on my
If
hand.
they do get us,
Did you see the
we
tip
board
of
their
it?
ship and take it over and get a new, bigger, better conditioned ship.
I mean, not to add insult to injury, but did you see the tip of the harpoon? It's a net gun. It fires out nets to capture.
Does it?
Nets are horrible.
Yes,
I don't want to be netted.
we're a ship. It nets.
I don't want to be netted.
Well, then what I would like to do is recommend that you avoid the net, Zarina. If you see the net coming for you, fire an arrow. It'll tell you to get away.
Shall we scatter the hammer maws? Yeah! Yeah!
I would just like to say
I'm
that
sorry, sorry.
the arrow did lead us to them. No? Didn't it?
We worked very hard to chase them down. We all...
Your face with Captain Sass.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, let's go after him. Ooh, stay out of the way of the net.
Okay, so you're gonna start up the engines and go after the ship that you just announced with the fireball that you're here.
Well, it was a pyrotechnic firework, to be fair.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay. What does it look like when you guys are chasing that, like getting up to them? I mean, does it look like you guys are getting ready to fight?
No. We're not like turning to the side. Min, play some like really awesome, relaxing music, and let's create a minor illusion of like a little. What's something they would like, Fujin?
Well, it seems like they like
My
the hammer
ship?
maws.
They would
Yeah,
like this
yeah,
ship.
yeah.
It's one of the best in the fleet.
A glowing hammer maw, like in a cherubic pose. Cast minor illusion, yeah. And we make it really bright. Let's just try to make ourselves very attractive and non-threatening, like they want to check us out.
Well, you're on a Voidborn relic hunter ship in a place that you probably shouldn't be.
Yeah.
They're not going to like this.
Yeah, but we hailed them and we're playing music and we've got attractive lights.
Go get your wine, Casimir.
I have a feeling that none
Yeah,
of you really
they're-
understand how pirates work.
No, when you do that and they're coming at them, they're going to make it for the mountain.
Yes.
Like they're not, the ship does not seem to be like they break off from their hunt, right? From the ships, and they seem to like do a circle or like around you, right?
Raise a white flag.
Eric,
Yeah.
will you let me do something really cool?
Sure, but like
Does anyone have a rope?
Yes.
Probably everyone.
Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to either
Rope
here's two things. Yeah, either A, rope trick and use the rope to swing onto their ship, or I want to B, rope the arrow to their ship and use the rope to swing over to their ship.
Don't.
okay, yeah, the ship is definitely not getting close enough for you to like you do not have enough rope to do this. The ship is I mean, do you have 300 yards of rope?
I mean, I can swing pretty far, right?
Three football fields.
Can I not? I can't even get the rope like into their boat. Like if I shot it and help.
You would have to make it. You would have to fire. I mean, if you have the rope, I would allow you to do it. But like, the question is literally, do you have 300 yards of rope?
How much rope you got, Casimir?
50 feet.
I don't. Yeah, I've got 50 feet. Wait.
I would like to take some of the rope that is undoubtedly on this ship and do this.
There was no way you just have 300 feet of rope laying around.
No, I don't think we do. No.
No, they don't look like they want to fight or say hi. It looks like they're like, oh shit, and looks like they're leaving.
Yeah, I want to get on their freaking boat. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Let me do it.
Just give me a way that you can, because right now you're not in range to do this.
I want to use. This is why I wanted to use rope trick, because I can use rope trick and cast it in the middle, and then do a running jump and use the rope to swing the rest of the way.
You can't
Oh my
swing 3
gosh.
football fields.
300 yards?
300
That's
yards.
Yeah, I know you
big.
cannot swing 3 football fields. Is what I'm saying. I love your
Like you can
I
jump
dig it.
forward like 10 feet.
I dig it, but that what you're asking is you're asking too much.
Yeah, it's physically impossible.
I'm firing off more fireworks, only this time it's an SOS call. An aviator SOS call. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, and they're not responding.
Okay, so they're scum.
Okay,
Yeah.
Casimir looks at you.
Pirates!
So wait, as you
Just
say
riding
that,
a
Casimir
deer,
looks at you and goes,
They're running
"They're
a
pirates."
like commandeered ship with a bunch of these hammer jaws lashed
Yeah.
together as a
I
play
feel
with
like,
a giant
listen,
huge
I feel
net
like
on
I
the
didn't
back.
make this
Even
clear
if-
enough to
back of
everyone.
it. And yeah, no, they're not going to answer your
No,
SOS.
no, no, no. Even if they're
I wanna-
pirates, there's
want a plus
code
3
amongst
bow.
pirates. This is well known in the fiction of many established universes.
Not this one.
So- Right, so these are the scummiest of pirates at all, because even any pirate, they know we see them. If they choose to ignore us, well, I have no choice but to cast Power Word Kill on their ship, and it
Stop-
drops.
wait, it's- Of course they're going to run
That would
away.
be-
They have an entire hall of their ill-gotten games,
They
and
just
I have one
Yeah,
of
this is
Yes.
definitely part
Oh
of.
my goodness, thank you, Min.
Can we
Convince
just-
everyone
can we
else to be
catch
as
up
smart
to
as
them?
you are, and he fucking cranks it and he's following them.
All right.
Can we just catch them?
That's
Can
what
we
he's
just catch
doing.
up to them?
That's what.
Well,
That's what.
They're using hippos as
That's
a
what
catching-
Fujin's been doing the entire
lever,
time.
as pulleys. We have an actual ship.
I'm gonna use my
And Eric, we
my-
have caught the hippos before, so we know this ship is faster than the hippos.
Yeah, you're able to wrestle wild ones, but not
Yeah,
people.
we're gonna go
violent.
get this ship.
You can. You're going to need to try. But here's the other danger. They're going into like where the mountain is.
Yeah, we're just gonna we're gonna follow them. We're just gonna do it with them.
All right.
We're gonna go for it. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
we're
Go for
using
it. Fuck
them
it.
as a
We're doing
guide.
it.
Well,
like
they're-
stepping in the person in front of you's footsteps as they're walking through the snow.
Well, here's
Okay.
the okay.
Process.
So
They're
all
going
then
back
we're,
towards the
we're gonna
current.
do another series of skill challenges to do this. This will be a little bit more difficult. This will be
Okay.
4. But here's the because I say this because they're using the hammer jaws instead of the regular ship. They're actually able to kind of like cruise around here through this sort of like astral energy whirlpool flux. While you guys are getting the worst of it.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
We got this, guys.
This is now you see why or how Estek is and their forces are using this place for defense and how they're also managing to attack and things.
Yeah.
They're
That's
using
fine.
these hammer
Let's fucking do it. Let's go for it.
Let's kill them.
Yeah, we got this.
Kill them. Let's just
I would first
Go
and
challenge.
foremost like to do what primary skill did we use? Did Fujin use for like what characteristic did you use to?
It changes, but that one I was using dexterity.
How
To
close
quickly
can we get to
maneuver us.
them? First, close the gap. Gap close.
That's what we're trying to do.
I will need a successful roll of a navigation or a vehicle check.
Do
in order
it.
to
Do
close
it.
the-
So to
Which
answer your
is
question,
using what?
is my
I just
dex-
want to give. I
dexterity.
want to give Fujin advantage. So I'm just asking so that when I say what I'm doing,
Dexterity.
actually, is it a dexterity?
Yeah. I mean, I have vehicle Voidborn, so.
Okay,
That's
what
the
what I
skill
was gonna
I'm
do was like basically like I'm encouraging you. So I place my hand on your shoulder, and I'm like, "You can do it. I believe in you." And and I'm enhancing ability.
Okay.
This is the first nice thing Min has actually said to you like ever. So there's that.
I can assist because I'm proficient in it if Eric will allow it. Like,
Yeah,
Casimir's
totally.
proficient.
Well, you have
Yeah.
advantage basically.
Oh,
It won't on your dexterity check.
Oh, okay, dope.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna make a vehicle
Serena
check.
scoffs.
Ka-chow! 22.
All right, and I get 9. Okay,
Wow.
yeah, you're able to make haste.
How close are we? How close are we to them? How close are we able to get?
You let me know when I'm
Um,
in 100 within 100 feet.
Yeah,
I'm swinging.
I think you're able to close half the distance in this time,
We're
so you're
150
150
yards.
yards. Yeah, and you have 1 success on the skill challenge.
Okay. You said they're 150 yards away.
Yep.
Hmm.
All right. Fuck. Well, hold, please. I would like to shoot a bomb arrow right at their wheel. It's within my range. I just checked.
They don't have wheels.
Their
They've
propulsion.
got a captain.
Oh, they're.
I'm talking about the
Okay, the helm. I thought you meant like their tires. I was like,
I
it's
see
a
the
boat.
wheel.
It's a
the
boat.
driving wheel,
Summer.
the steering wheel.
Okay.
I want to try and shoot at where I'm assuming the captain is. Whoever's trying, because they have to steer it at
I'm
least.
like, this isn't.
Kind of.
This isn't.
Okay.
This isn't SpongeBob.
Okay, so I want to do that. What do you just want me to make an attack?
Yeah.
Or do we do roll dex?
No. This is an attack roll.
Okay, cool. And what do I
150
need?
yards. So that's far for your bow, right?
Yeah. I mean,
So disadvantage.
my max length is 600.
600 yards? Or
600 feet, but this is 450 feet.
You need that sharpshooter feat, so it's
Yeah.
regular.
So
Yeah,
it's
so just be
so
a
it's
disadvantage.
yeah.
That's fine. I'm gonna crit it.
Ooh.
How many more do you have? Oh, you just get 2 more from Steve.
I just got 2
That's
more.
true.
Well, if you're critting something with disadvantage, does that just mean that
She
you
can
have
use
to roll?
the 2 of them.
Are you using both of them?
Would you make me use both of them? Or can I roll as the disadvantage to my crit?
Yeah, you would have to roll as a disadvantage to your crit. Right?
Seems-
You're gonna roll less than the 20.
Yeah, well, you don't know for
Unless
sure.
you, no, I don't know for
5%. There's 5 times
like
out of
a
100.
plus
You roll
9.
equal.
Yeah.
Should I do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chat donated to you. It was meant to be.
Okay. Wait, should I use both of them or should I roll for the second one?
It's up to you.
Fuck, guys. I really want to do it. Okay, no, I'm just going to roll for the second one.
Okay, so whatever the first number is the crit, and the second number is.
Yeah, the attack roll.
Oh. Okay.
This is like the mini game when you're like lining up the arrow
Yeah.
shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm really
As
scared
we
to
all-
press
as
the
we all
button.
watch in anticipation as the numbers
I know, I'm
roll up.
scared to hit it.
Just do it. You got it. 26.
Nice.
It was more than the 20, Grant.
Okay. Yeah. So the first one's not an 11; it's a 20. So your second one's a 26.
Now
Yeah.
the crit,
Well, it was a 20 plus 7. So
Yeah. So it's a 27.
but it's
Yeah.
also a critical hit for double damage if we're doing any sort of damage.
Well, it wouldn't be a crit. She rolled.
Hey, how do my
So-
Yeah, I
bomb
guess it would
arrows
be.
work?
Yeah. So you, just so you know, your bomb arrows, you can do. They do 2d4 fire damage in a 9-foot area,
Okay.
or I guess, or excuse me, 9 square area, more or less. So essentially, like a 10-foot blast. In addition to, it's a crit, so you're doing 44 fire damage.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Plus, like if you have any other bonuses like sneak attack or hunter's mark kind of stuff, right?
I mean, I can technically attack like a billion times right now, but I don't know if you want me to shoot for all of them.
The skill challenge.
Let's see if this works. I just added in the
20.
yeah, that should be with crit.
So it doubles. Ish.
No, that should be added crit added in right now. The 12 and the 8. So 20.
So 20 total.
Yeah, 20 total.
Oh, okay. Yeah, ship doesn't look good. Ship takes a hit. That definitely counts as a success for the skill challenge.
How close are we now? Have we, since we were moving faster?
Yeah, I think you're gaining on it. I think it's fair to say you've at this point you've half the distance again, so now you're within 75 yards, 150 feet.
150 feet.
No, 120. Wait, what is that? 220 yards.
120 or 150. I'm okay at that point. So
225 feet.
All right, I'm putting on my pointed hat and I'm pulling out my flying broom and jumping off the side and closing it. I don't have a flying broom, but I wish I did. So I could just Harry Potter over. They're still too far for my spells if they're 225 feet. The only thing I could think of is if we attempt to, say they're going and we're going, we essentially, since we're moving faster, I turn the ship and we like bump them like a cop car would in a cop car chase. You just hit them and knock them
maneuver.
Yeah, that's what you do. So we got to hit them on the back to spin them off course. We're going to have to full ramming speed. So I think that's what we need to do at this point.
Well, we already have a vehicle void, so what are you going to use to do this?
Okay. Well, we can't get. I'm going to throw tiptoe at them. No. Well, we already have a vehicle void. I'm thinking. I'm basing this off of historical tactics from studying I've done in my youth, and this is a history check from the many Voidborn battles I had studied deep within the archives of the Comet. It's a history check. This is how they did it in the old days. It's a tactics roll.
Yeah, I'm into it. Okay.
Yeah. 14.
And let's see.
6. I have +6 too.
19.
That's a fail. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
No inspiration left, huh?
How close to? No, we don't all get the donations.
Just me.
Get me a +3 bow. Meanwhile, Grant's like,
Am I allowed to inspire him? Can I give him inspiration that I see him like struggling? Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you're a bard. You can also do this. Yeah.
It's at 1d8 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. 8. Yes, that's enough. 22.
That is enough. That's a 22. So you're at 3 successes. You need one more.
We bumped them.
Yeah. You have definitely now gained closed in on it. They're definitely looks like they're going ready to like shoot the like the net, like they're getting it ready to go at you to get speed. The captain is like has now put out the fire, and the hammer maws are like kind of like panicking, like the taskmaster is trying to like get them like going.
Men like dissonant whispers their crew and like as they're like trying to do the nets and just rah. I think Min needs to intimidate them.
Okay.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean roll intimidation, though. You're probably pretty good at that.
I'm probably gonna use what do I want to use? I don't want to like kill them. I want to just stop them.
Demand that they cease.
Yeah.
Send a song out. Do you have like a sending spell? Persuasion?
I can do Discord. I can do calm emotions. I can also wreck their ship. So those are my options. Let's see. I was thinking I could also use cutting words, but that's a reaction, so maybe not. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and like from this distance at this point, I'm gonna send out a song, but it's in order to calm them. Wait, actually, how close are we?
With that success, you've half the distance again. So 100 and say 115 feet.
Okay. So I can like see people on the ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're getting ready. Like you can see the people, the Taskmaster mushing the hammer maws, getting as much speed as they can out of them.
Okay.
You see a couple of the crew trying to put out this fire here. You can see another two part of the crew getting ready to get the like they're spinning the net shooting gun around it at you. It's obviously not made for attacking ships. Like it's not what it's for.
Right.
But that's all they got. So
Okay. So this is basically it's like the music like kind of takes off and it's a whirlwind around these individuals that are doing this to calm them down. And it's within a 20-foot radius. So anybody standing within 20 feet of the center point where that person is starting to do this. And they have to make a charisma saving throw. And
the whole crew?
whoever is within that 20-foot radius from the people that are doing the harpoon thing. I'll try to clicky the thing so it comes up. There you go.
It's a range of 60 feet, and yeah, you guys are you're not close enough to do it.
I thought you just said that we closed the 75 foot of like from 75 to.
Oh, from 75. Oh, I see what you mean. So using it, you're choosing a point that's as far as possible as you can. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and then that's the 20-foot radius within that point. Is
got it.
My interpretation, at least.
Yeah. Okay. So I think you might be able to get the people doing the net, right? Because that's on the back of the ship, so that makes sense.
Okay.
Cool. So first one. 3, that's probably a fail. And a 4, that's probably also a fail.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations. You have calmed, you have given them plenty of chill.
They're super chill. They're like, hey, how's it going?
Now let's board and execute their leader.
Wow. That went real dark, real fast there, Grant.
I took a look at Summer, and it's just the first thought that came to my head.
Let's execute.
We need help from him.
Let's kill him.
We need help.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Ah!
Okay.
Can I do my cool swinging thing now?
Yes.
Hi-oh.
Yes, you could definitely do the swingy thing now.
Yay, I do it.
I mean,
Oh,
right, you have
boy.
to roll for it.
Oh.
But you can do it, right? You have to.
I have
you either
to
have to
roll
use
for
rope.
it?
You either have to. Or are you using rope trick to do it?
No, I want to do it the cool way, which is where I shoot the arrow
Yeah, then shoot the arrow.
into their mast.
Yeah, then
Okay.
you shoot the arrow.
Okay, I'm shooting it. Oh.
Wow.
What do you know?
Oh dear. Look at what I've gotten.
That is
27.
perfect.
Oh, whoops.
Oopsie. Oh, that other one is a 24, so either way.
But now you have
Yeah.
to swing across and climb up, so please don't fall.
Okay, now what
Yeah,
do I
no,
do?
Before Zarina makes it, I kind of like touch her shoulder as well, and I whisper in Consortian, like a protection note.
Yeah.
Aw,
Cool.
thanks.
And I think that's where we're gonna wrap up for today.
Oh
What?
shit! I didn't realize the time.
That feels
As she's
about
swinging
right.
across.
Before I swing?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
mean to her.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I have inspiration to do that, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We'll
Well,
see.
Eric, you can't give us our fun game next time if you leave us off here.
What?
No, I think this is a perfect spot.
We can't do our inspiration game.
Yeah, we
I'm
can.
about
Yes,
to
you
swing
can.
through the air.
No,
Yes, you
yeah,
can.
that's true.
See what happens in the past. Remember? You can,
Fine,
it's totally
fine.
Yep.
Totally fine.
Plus, it leaves us on
Okay.
this summer face. That's the best summer face. That
so
face
mad.
and summer crying face are the best. Those should
Oh,
be your
yeah.
two emojis, by the way.
Me crying,
those, are
yeah.
those are your two emotes.
I know.
The oh my god summer
Yeah.
face. Perfect, guys. That was episode 3, finally, of Myth Dawn season 2, and I can't wait. That was exciting. Ship to ship battle. We fought some hippo, some meaty boys, and we had a blast. So let's go around our cast and crew. I'll introduce you guys, and then jump over and raid somebody. We'll start with Summer. Who are you? Where can we find you? And what did you think of this episode?
I'm Summer. You can find me on Twitter at Just a Summer Job. I stream over on my channel Off the Table, off_the table here on Twitch. We stream Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we just play a shit ton of games. We're doing a lot of season finales this week. We have a season finale of Alas for the Awful Sea tomorrow night. Wednesday, we're talking about evil campaigns, and then Friday is the season finale of Life on Mars, run by the Cypher System by our own Grant here. It's gonna be, I'm gonna cry. I already know I will, so whatever. You want to see me cry, go over there. Yeah, tonight was dope. I always miss playing. I feel like we just haven't played in so long. Everything, our Tuesdays are cursed, so what do you know? But I'm really glad to go out on a high note. I fil like I did a really great job tonight. I would just like to thank everyone for supporting me as I pulled us through. No, tonight was really fun. Thank you for the crits. I used them.
That's true. Summer is the most OP person. Not even the character, just Summer as a person.
Just me as a person is OP.
Super OP. Please nerf.
No.
So
my bow.
speaking
Sorry.
of Grant, no bow for you. I'm just gonna override it. So speaking of Grant and Life on Mars, Grant, who are you? Where can we find you? And what did you think of tonight's episode?
I had a lot of fun tonight doing. I always enjoy our inspiration game. I've started doing it as kind of a warm-up RP session for the other games that I'm in, just because it's a good way to get newer role players and newer streamers to loosen up and build bonds and relationships between their characters. You can find me on Twitter at WisePapaGrant, on Twitch at Grant Art Ellis. Tuesdays, you can catch me here on unMadeGaming on Mythdon. Wednesdays, I'm on the Star Wars Rise of the Darkside campaign on Encounter Roleplay. Thursdays, The Land Between Two Rivers on WebDM Show. Fridays, every other Friday. This Friday, I'm on Off the Table and Encounter Roleplay, running 2 sessions in the World of Mard, which is a Cypher System game based on the setting The Dictionary of Moo. It's my love letter to role-playing games, and it's super fun. Saturdays, I'm on all the channels, including my own, where I run homebrew D&D. Sundays, you can catch me in the Owl of Lycia campaign on Monty Cook Games' official Twitch channel, and on Mondays, I'm on Vile and Villainous in the Greyhawk channel.
Dope. And we'll go over to Madmancer. Who are you? Where can we find you? And what did you think of tonight?
Hi guys, I'm Metamancer. You guys can find me on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Metamancer, on Twitter at @TheMetamancer. I do literally nothing but roleplay on my stream. So Fridays I'm in a Dark Heresy 40k campaign, and then on Sundays I run a Call of Cthulhu campaign on my channel, and then I'm on all sorts of other shows everywhere else. You can find me here on Tuesdays. On Thursdays, I also run a City of Mist campaign on Encounter Roleplay, and then I'm in the City of Mist campaign on Not So Speedruns channel, which is a 6 and 20 campaign. So lots of City of Mist stuff, and yeah, so just hang out with me. I'm also playing tons of Conan Exiles RP on the Dark Side RP. So if you guys want something different where I can actually interact with chat interim between roleplay, that's a great way to kind of hang out with me and get to know another part of my community. And tonight's episode was really, really fun. I apologize if I was a little quiet at the beginning. I'm going through some medical stuff, so I'm trying to, boost the energy in between. So I let the crazy out with Minea halfway through. And I thought it was really cool, and I'm excited to see how awesome and epic acrobatics Zarina will be next time.
I'm excited.
It's going to be great.
I got 1 crit left.
That's true. You do have 1 crit left. I kind of want to see you roll it. I like the suspense of it.
Yeah, me too.
Let's jump over to last but not least, Eric. Who are you? Where can we find you? And what did you think of tonight's episode?
Hey everybody, I love this game. I'm Eric Vulgaris everywhere. You can find me doing cool role-playing games, but I want to spend a little bit of talk about Big Bad Con 2018 because that just came out. Everybody, it's a con that takes place over in Oakland, California. It's really cool.
It is really cool.
That's it.
All right. What'd you think of tonight?
Oh yeah, this is fun. I love coming up with weird shit to throw you guys into. I don't even know where to begin. Like, I don't know. My brain's weird on how I come up with random shit. It just Dungeons and Dragons is such a weird game for me because I'm so used to doing other things that when it comes down to actually like thinking about encounters and designing things, I'm just like, how do you even do this anymore? I'm so used to just doing stuff by the seat of my pants that doing stuff in a little bit more like a regimented way is different.
Just fly out the seat of your pants.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, I had a blast. This was fun. We get to do pirate stuff. We get to do ship combat stuff. This was dope. This was, and I think it was a lot of like cool character interaction and growth in this episode. So that was pretty exciting. And we didn't just fight, though we fought most of the time, which was pretty great. I think I accidentally paid a compliment to Minea, so that was weird. That was uncomfortable for me. So
It was perfect.
with that,
Let's
guys,
not forget the tub scene, though.
that's true.
Yeah.
The tub scene was a romantic tryst that now Summer ships. Our social medias and chat, guys, go follow us. We're unMadeGaming everywhere. I highly encourage you to jump in our Discord where they're talking all the time. Tomorrow we're here for City of Mist. Thursday we're here for my homebrew campaign. And Sunday we're playing somewhere. I want to say Monty Cook Games. Me, Grant, and a bunch of other people. I think Eric's playing too. We're doing Cypher System with spies and all kinds of cool, fun stuff. That's just coming Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern. So
That's
definitely check
not
us out.
this coming, is it? Is
Yeah,
it
the
the
first-
first, or is it the 8th?
The third, the first Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, first Sunday of June.
This one?
Yep, June 3rd. Yeah, so go ahead and check us out there. And with that, guys, we're going to go raid our friends at Counter Roleplay. They are currently playing As the World Tree Burns. So go check those guys out and give them all your hot, sticky raid love. And from all of us to you guys, bye-bye.